new house type for homeless people. They would live in a regular house if you gave them one, I'm sure. It's not like they're homeless because they don't like the shape of regular houses, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not long after he first constructed the domes in California in 2019, West fell foul of California's housing regulations after he failed to get a building permit. After failing to ever obtain one, the domes were set to be torn down, signaling the start of his real estate woes. West had even claimed that the structures were only temporary, but inspectors suspiciously found he had laid concrete foundations first. Wait, they were temporary? I thought they were supposed to house the homeless. You were only gonna do that for a little bit? He was gonna have them live in the domes until he thought up his next brilliant scheme. An even cooler shaped house. Have you ever wanted to live in a giant boot? Okay, that's enough about Kanye's futuristic city, because now we're gonna learn about Akon's futuristic city. But before we do that, I want to thank today's sponsor, Sundays Food for Dogs. Sundays is a healthy dog food. It's fresh. It's made from human-grade ingredients. The ingredients list on the back is actually really impressive. It's got things like beef, beef heart, beef liver, carrots, apples, tomatoes, but then it just goes X Games mode and has ingredients like shiitake mushrooms, broccoli, oranges, cranberries, strawberries. I really care about what I put in my dog's bodies, and I've wanted to try fresh food for dogs before, but I've always been intimidated because you need to refrigerate it, it's messy, but this is air dry. So it comes in these like nice soft pieces that just break apart super easily. It's not this dry, crunchy kibble, but you can just store it pretty much exactly the same as you would store kibble. My dogs love this stuff. While I was transitioning them from their old food to this food, I was actually just giving this to them as treats, and they loved it. They would do tricks for this stuff. You buy it online, it ships right to your door, so you don't have to go to the pet store and lug around a gigantic bag of dog food, and your puppies will thank you. This stuff has 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients. I'm really excited that Sundays is sponsoring this video, so thank you to Sundays. If you want to get 50% off your first order, then go to sundaysfordogs.com/Greg or use my code Greg at checkout. Again, that's sundaysfordogs.com/Greg or code Greg at checkout for 50% off your first order. Okay, now back to Akon City. So Akon actually posted this video 3 years ago, an introduction to Akon City. I think I remember hearing about this on the news, and I think it had something to do with cryptocurrency. Like, I think he was also launching his own cryptocurrency, and maybe this has something to do with that. Like, the only way to pay in Akon City is with Akon coin. Wait, is this? Oh, these are the buildings? I thought we were just looking at abstract art while he was like, before we saw the city. Whoa, okay. So, wow. This is Akon City, huh? Inspired by Dr. Seuss, are we? Okay, here's a very neat little render. Oh, shit. Dude, I'll give him this. It looks more fun than a so-called hyper-utilitarian underground zone. I think I would actually rather live in one of these like phallic high-rises than a bizarre dome, at least. Okay, we got Resort of Africa up here. Resort chalets down here. African restaurant, African open bazaar. Oh, okay. Is this in Africa? Oh yeah, in Senegal. Okay. If it's all in Africa, I don't think you need to point at everything and call them African, because I think we would just assume that. Here's all the African houses. There's an African building. We're gonna have lots of African buildings. Akon Tower, Media Tower, Filming Studio 1, 2, 3, and 4. Office building, parking structure, residential building. It's kind of interesting that he already has all of the buildings planned out in a town. Do towns do that when they start? I thought people just build what is necessary at the time when it's necessary. Like the first people who showed up to Los Angeles didn't just like start pointing and directing to build film studios here, there, and there. Those only were built because the film industry was like becoming a thing there. Like, what if the film industry doesn't take off in Akon land? Then what are you gonna do? Also, are these filming studios African, or what ethnicity are they? Only 100 kilometers from Dakar. That's pretty good. Just a short 100-kilometer swim through the ocean from Dakar. So if you were already planning on visiting, then might as well stop at Akon City while you're there. You know, I'll give him this. I do believe that this was designed by Akon. I mean, so I'm gonna assume that this never came to fruition, because this was 3 years ago. I haven't heard about it since. Travis Scott, I've got my own meal at McDonald's. Akon, hold my pineapple beverage. Yeah, Well, I think the difference between those two things is that the top one did happen. Travis Scott did get his own meal at McDonald's. As far as I'm aware, this did not happen. Every architect's dream, but every engineer's nightmare. Is that true? Is this every architect's dream? This is what architects dream about, baby. Blobby, globby cities. They can't find a way to make it happen. I genuinely hope this doesn't lose momentum. The world could use a win like this. Oh man, now I feel bad that this isn't gonna happen. This person is so invested. Okay, so I went to the website that was in the description for Akon City, and I'm just on Akon's tour website. So doesn't seem like it's gonna happen now. The website doesn't even exist anymore. No! I wanted to live in Akon City, man. Friend, where are you? Me, by the weird-shaped Chrome building. I'm by the weird-shaped filming studio. Okay, now we've got a TikTok about what happened to Akon's futuristic city.
What happened to the real-life Wakanda promised by Akon? This futuristic-looking smart city is the brainchild of ringtone superstar Akon. There's just one huge problem. It currently looks like this.
He started it? Oh, there it is. Wow. Keep going, buddy. You're almost there. So this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is it now. Yeah, it's pretty close. So this is obviously film studio number 3. I could tell by the way it's shaped.
The 2,000-acre metropolis, based in Senegal, would feature skyscrapers, a luxury resort, and recording studios, backed up with the cryptocurrency called Acoin.
Okay. So it was a crypto scheme. Was this all just an elaborate rug pull? He was like, everybody buy my cryptocurrency, and then once you move to the city, you can use it. And then, now this isn't happening, and Akon's not doing it anymore. I wonder what happened there.
Stephen's lawyer alleged plans for Akon City were akin to a scam, noting that it shares many of the trademark characteristics of fraudulent business ventures, such as Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes.
Akon! The whole thing was a scam? Akon, you knew how much the world could use a win like this. Faith in humanity destroyed. Okay, now moving on from musicians making cities, we have Welcome to Zucktown, where everything is just Zucky. In Menlo Park, California, Facebook is building a real community and testing the proposition, do people love tech companies so much they will live inside them? Dude, I avoid going on Facebook at all costs. Give me one reason why I would want to live inside of a town controlled by them. So this is where all your racist uncles are gonna live now. They're all gonna move to Facebook town. John Tinanes, Facebook's vice president for real estate, is showing off the company's plans for expansion. It will have offices for thousands of programmers to extend Facebook's fearsome reach. Did John Tinanes say that? That's probably the journalist talking. That'd be so scary if Facebook is saying that in their internal meetings. So we're gonna use this city to expand our fearsome reach. We're worried that it's not fearsome and widespread enough. But that is not what Mr. Tinanes is excited about. He leans over a scale model of the 59-acre site, which is named Willow Village. There will be housing there, he points. There will be a retail street along here, with a grocery store and a drugstore. That round building in the corner? Maybe a cultural center. Maybe. This round building? You put this round building in the plan, and you don't know what it's gonna be yet? You know what it's gonna be. Tell us what it's actually gonna be, please. And this very specifically designed building that we clearly put here for a reason, with a road leading directly out of the city? Maybe a McDonald's? I don't know. How crazy would it be if, Facebook City looked exactly like Akon City? All the buildings are blobs and stuff? I'd be like, okay, maybe I'm just not getting the trends of today. I guess this is just what they're all doing. Everybody wants to live in blobs and domes now. In just a few years, Facebook built a virtual community that linked more than 2 billion people, an achievement with few precedents. Now the social network is building a real community, the kind you can walk around. It is a project with many precedents in American history. Quite a few of them cautionary tales about what happens when a powerful corporation takes control of civic life. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting too. Do I want John Tinanes and his merry band of goons to be in control of my life? I don't even know this guy. Facebook's vice president for real estate? I didn't even know they had a vice president for real estate. Why do they need real estate? Stay online, Facebook, please. Stay not in the real world. Mr. Tinanes contemplates the audacity of building a city. It's a good thing, right? He says. Do you not know? This is good, right? People want this. People want to live at Facebook. People want to work at Facebook and live at Facebook. They want their whole life to be Facebook, right? And finally, of course, Elon Musk is getting into the mix too. Welcome to Snailbrook. First look at Elon Musk's Texas utopian town where SpaceX and boring employees will live and work. So this is for employees of Elon Musk's companies to live at. It's called Snailbrook, which is a great name for a town. And I guess these are pictures of it. There are small houses where staff from the companies will be able to live for $800 a month, well below the soaring local market rates. Are the houses, in this picture? Houses. These are houses. Okay. So you live here and you work over here, I assume? Maybe in there? Not the most quaint neighborhood I've ever seen. There's literally like rocket ship making equipment from within eyeshot of where you live. Yeah, I don't like this. This is weird. I think having a healthy dose of work-life balance is a good thing. I don't necessarily know if living in a fenced-in corporate neighborhood provided by your employer sounds very fun. There are certain jobs where that is like, you have to do that, I know. Like if you work on a cruise ship, you kind of have to live at the cruise ship. You can't swim to work every day from the mainland. Oh, look, a little play area. That's nice. So he lets them run around in there. That's cool. Snailbrook sits in the middle of green pastures on the outskirts of Austin, which has fast become one of the most desirable places to live in the US. To be clear, they're talking about Austin, not this place. This place is one of the least desirable places to live in the US. Musk, his girlfriend Grimes, Kanye West, and the rapper's architect held multiple discussions over the last year about the design of the town. Uh-oh. That's not good. Elon, don't listen to Kanye, whatever you do. Do not take his advice on how to build these houses. He's gonna ask you to build temporary domes, and it's gonna sound like a cool idea at the time. It's not. He's watching. Surveillance cameras are dotted along the wired fence, adorned with fake leaves in the rural community. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I'd love to just have the safe feeling of knowing that my boss is watching me at all times. When he's watching over me, I know that I'm safe. All right, well, in conclusion, let's just leave the city building to city builders. You know, Kanye, I saw in your ad you were looking for builders and planners and stuff. Let's just let them do all of it. You don't even need to hire them. They're gonna do it anyway. They love doing that stuff. So let's just leave it to them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of The Shelf is Still Gone. I know that the shelf is still gone. It's still on the floor. It just randomly fell off the wall like a week ago. And I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Danny, why don't you clean it up? Why don't you just put that shelf back up on the wall? But what you don't understand is I don't know how. I don't know how, because I made a bunch of holes in the wall when it fell, and I don't know how to fix that. So I think it's just gonna stay like that. I kinda like it. It's kind of a vibe. So there's these dudes, Riztar and Faraz, on TikTok, and they've been, over the past like year, been making these TikToks where they pretend to be the Joker. Now I wanna show you some of those TikToks, but you gotta promise me that when I show you them, you're not gonna click off the video, okay? Because I know it's gonna make you pretty uncomfortable at first, like mentally uncomfortable, and also probably physically uncomfortable, because I get kind of itchy when I watch these. But I promise that it will get better. I mean, the whole video is going to be about this, but hopefully you'll get used to it. When I say they've been making TikToks as the Joker, you're probably wondering what I mean. So I'm just gonna show you a couple TikToks, and I think you'll get the... So that's Riztar. I think he was kind of like the originator of this Joker trend on TikTok. There's a lot of people that do it, but these two dudes that I'm gonna talk about today are the people that do it the most. And that's what he does. This is a lot of what he does on TikTok, is this Joker character. He's in different situations. He snaps his little neck. He makes his little face. And that's pretty much it. Okay, and here's Faraz. Okay, again. Don't click off the video. I'm not sure why they had to add in those like bone cracking noises when they become the Joker. That's like so disgusting. That's so gross. Like in the first one it made sense because he went like this and snapped his neck, but in the second one, what bones is he even breaking? He's just kind of clenching up. Like his whole body just becomes a bowl of Rice Krispies when he becomes the Joker. His fists are clenched so hard that his knuckles are cracking, and his legs are so tight that his knees are cracking, and his butt is clenched so hard that his butt crack is cracking. Like, is it hurting them to become the Joker? Is this something that is painful? Because if so, maybe they should stop. And even if not, they should still stop. So these two make TikToks where they get into all these wacky scenarios and become the Joker to get out of this situation. Like this face is some kind of superpower. So one thing you've probably noticed is that these two, when they do their Joker face, don't look anything like the Joker. But I'm pretty sure that this is only like loosely based off of the Joker from Batman. They sort of just took the name and kind of made him their own character, because he doesn't really have anything in common with the actual Joker. In fact, this Joker actually seems to be like a superhero of sorts. In a lot of them, he's like fighting crime. Like in this one, this little girl is on a roof. She's about to get kidnapped by 3 grown men, but suddenly something scares them all away, and the camera turns around and reveals the Joker. Faraz. He's there doing his little face. his creepy little smile and his eyes rolled back into his head. And I guess we're meant to think like, hooray! That little girl is saved. We can trust her with this guy. We don't have to worry about this little girl anymore. Just send her off with this guy and she'll be on her way. So I guess the Joker is kind of like a superhero, and his power is this face that he does. Because usually he rolls up to a situation not making the face, and then once he starts making the face, all the bad guys just book it. I don't know if the face just like instinctively makes them run away, or they're just worried about what might happen next. Like if he's willing to make that face, what else is he willing to do? This fucking freak? But either way, it seems like a pretty effective crime fighting technique. All right, here's another one where a kid's about to be kidnapped. Or I guess in this one, he's already being kidnapped. This kid is currently being napped, but just then, our boy the Joker rolls up on his bicycle. Some superheroes have Batmobiles, some sling around on their webs, and the Joker rides around on a bicycle. He may not be fast, but he do be kind of environmentally conscious though. So he pulls up, he takes off his jacket, gets totally shirtless, motions the kid over. They just let him go. I'm not really sure why they let him go at this current stage, because he hasn't made the face yet, so I don't know. He doesn't really pose a threat to them at this point in time, because there's 3 of them, there's 1 of him, and sure, he may be shirtless, but I don't think that poses like a tactical advantage. He motions the kid over, they crack their little bones, and they both become the Joker this time. Double Joker. I'm trying to understand like the lore of this superhero character. So either this kid also has some weird supernatural superpower that makes this face so special, like he's his sidekick and they know each other, this is the Joker and that's the Jester, or just like anybody can do this face and it's so terrifying that it works as like a self-defense technique. All you gotta do is just like... Am I doing it? Anybody can just do that, and it sends bad guys packing. They just run on home to their mommies. I am a little confused as to why he got shirtless for this one. It did seem a little bit unnecessary, right? And it was also kind of weird how he gets shirtless and then motions the kid over. He's like, now that I'm shirtless, the boy, please. I thought something cool was gonna happen with the rest of his body, because his face gets all distorted, but instead he's just flexing his muscles, as if that's gonna be the thing that scares them off when he's making that ungodly, terrifying face. I think what would have been cool is if his torso also made the face. Like his nipples are the little eyes, and then his little belly button smiled like that. That'd be cool. Okay, in this one, a masked stranger is walking down the street. I wonder who it could be. He's got his wallet in his hand. He's just kind of flipping it around like, oh, I love my wallet. What could ever go wrong? Just holding my wallet up in the air like this, waving it around for everyone to see. But then he starts getting mugged. Some dude takes his wallet and then they start playing monkey in the middle with him. They're like throwing it around. I don't know why they don't just run away. I feel like that's a thing they do in movies sometimes that I never really understood, where like robbers will like take a purse and then be like, ha, old lady, and kind of push her and kind of make them feel bad and then run off. It's like, what? How confident are these robbers that they're gonna have time to do all this? They got a lot of nerve just assuming they have enough time to like mock the person they're robbing before running. I really like this one because instead of running away right away, they all kneel like he's royalty or something. They were like, oh, sorry, sir, we didn't know it was you. It's just funny how drastically they go from like, ha ha ha, got your wallet, to all hail the Joker. He rules over the land with the face of 1,000 nightmares. Kneel down on one knee for me? Nah, I'm looking for a real man. The kind of guy with a weird face, one that I don't know, that isn't afraid to pick me up and just carry me away. Also, hold on, was that a robot man? The second guy who tried to win her over? Was that a metallic robot man? I feel like that definitely warranted some kind of explanation, right? But no, they just kind of gloss right over that. They gloss right over the robot man. There's so much unexplained lore in this Joker universe. Is he another superhero? You just have to understand that in this universe, there's Jokers and there's robot men looking for love. These are just things you have to accept. His face seems to be having quite a different effect on the guy. I feel like we learned something new about the Joker in every new TikTok that we watch. This regular dude just turns into a contortionist, just on a dime, because he made the face. He's probably like, what the fuck? I didn't know I could do this. So far the Joker face can make you do 4 things. It will make you run away, it'll make you kneel, it'll make you fall in love with him, or it'll just give you a new skill that you didn't know you had. It'll turn you into like a contortionist, maybe it'll teach you how to skateboard. Oh, hey man. Whoa, what the fuck? Where did the skateboard come from? Why am I so good at this? What, now I'm cooking creme brulee. I don't know how to do that. Oh, and there it is. Cured Alzheimer's. How? This one's weird too, because all the other ones seem to have some kind of motivation, like they're stealing his wallet or they're gonna kidnap some kid. But this one, he just like walks up to him and just makes the face and changes his life forever. Breaks all his bones. Just walks up to this poor guy and gives him the squishy bones, for God's sake. Also kind of weird that the Joker doesn't even really seem that interested in what's going on. It looks like he's kind of like looking around to see if there's anything more interesting going on. Oh no, they broke up! Oh no, she got a new boyfriend! Oh hell yeah, he's gonna kill him! Jeez, man. What the heck? You wanna date my ex? Not so fast, Buster! You're dead! If my ex even thinks about getting a new boyfriend, I'm gonna break her hand. And your hand too. And then I'm gonna strangle you. And then I'm gonna make a scary face at you. The kind of face that'll turn your bones into pipe cleaners, motherfucker. I'm struggling to figure out like what this dude is. Is he a superhero? Because the first couple, it made it seem like he was fighting crime, but now he's just on some petty shit. I guess this is why you don't break up with a superhero. Imagine being on a date with your boyfriend, you guys are holding hands, having a great time, and then your ex-boyfriend Batman comes out of nowhere, runs up behind you and just hammer kicks both of your hands, breaks them both, and then he starts strangling your boyfriend and punching him in the stomach. You're all like, Bruce, stop! And he just keeps on punching him. He's like, if I can't have you, no one can. You broke up with me? My God! All he did was like yell at him. And he breaks his spine over his knee. I really hate how intensely it looks like he's breathing. It looks like my dog when she's about to throw up. It seemed like the bone cracking sound effect was at the wrong part of that TikTok, because it made it seem like he spun that guy around so fast that he broke his neck. He was just gonna slap you because you tripped him and you straight up paralyzed him, buddy. Also, yeah, wait, they're trying to make him seem like the bad guy. Like he really got his comeuppance when the Joker made the face. But the Joker's friend started it. They tripped him. And he comes back and he's like, hey, do we have a problem or something? Then they straight up, spin him around so fast that his bones crumble and give him the face, which I'm still not sure what that does, but I know it's not good. But honestly, this guy seems the least threatened by the face so far. In fact, he doesn't really even look like he's reacting to it at all. He's just standing there like, what? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Huh? And then it just ends in the middle of this heated confrontation. I'm not really sure what this one is about. I think he must have just gone through like a breakup or something, or he was on a date because he's got a rose, or maybe he was just on The Bachelor, but he looks upset about something. He's got the rose, he crumples it up, he snaps his own damn neck, and now he's the Joker. And the caption says modo sexo activado, and I googled what that means, and it means sex mode activated. Sex mode activated! That sounds like something a horny Power Ranger would say. Sex mode activated! It's fucking time! But wait just a minute and hold the phone. Is this face supposed to be sexy? He's distraught about getting broken up with, but then he snaps his neck, activates sex mode, and he's like, yeah, who needs that bitch? Who needs her, dude? I'm the sexiest guy around. Look how sexy I am. Time to have a sex. I thought this face was supposed to scare people away. Come to find out, it's actually supposed to seduce them. So that's why all the robbers ran away. 'Cause they were prude. Just kidding. When he made the face before and everyone kneeled, was that like, were they gonna? Huh, good for them. Well, I think I could go the rest of my entire life without seeing another Joker TikTok. I think they need to take it back to the drawing board, figure out exactly what the face does, because as of right now, I have no idea. But with that being said, it's time to talk about our sponsor, Raycon. Greg, we've been seeing each other for a while now, and if this is gonna continue, then I want us to take things to the next level. So I just gotta ask, will you Check out the amazing sound quality on these Raycon earbuds. That's right, this is another video sponsored by Raycon, the company founded by Ray J for Ray J. And us too, for everyone. Let me tell you why I like Raycon. They don't cost too much. In fact, about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. They sound amazing. They've got some pretty bump and bass, which is great for when you're lifting weights, trying to get pumped the F up. And they're small. The carrying case is yay big. The earbuds are even smaller. They just look like cool little high-tech doodads in your ears, so you can take them with you anywhere. They're perfect for working from home, going for walks, going for runs, exercising. I wear them most when I'm working out, which these days, since the gym is closed, consists of doing push-ups and pull-ups in my basement. These little doodads I have here are the E25s, which are their best model yet. These little bad boys boast 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, a compact design, and it gives you a nice noise-isolating fit, so you don't gotta hear all that nonsense going around you, like babies crying and dogs crying and your wife crying. If you don't like the black color, even though I personally think it's the coolest, there are other fun colors as well. So if you want to check these bad boys out and see for yourself just how amazing they are, click the link in the description to get 15% off your order, which is a great deal because these are already like half the price of other premium wireless earbuds. So yeah, click the link in the description below to get 15% off. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Raycon. I know a number of you have already purchased Raycons and are happy with them, so thank you guys. It's honestly very cool of you. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. If you want to get some of this merch or any of the new merch that I just released, go to dannygonzalez.store. The link will be in the description for that as well. Also, let me know how I should fix this. Maybe I'll make a second channel video about fixing it. That would be fun, right? Do a little room makeover. Could be fun. Or maybe I'll procrastinate and leave it like this for months. We'll see. Bye. This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of trying to find the worst iPhone game in the world. I had a lot of fun making the last video, but more importantly, I realized just how many terrible games there are on the App Store. Apple likes to pretend it's all just these like super polished, high quality games on the App Store, but if you just look slightly below surface level, it's just all garbage. It's all the strangest games you've ever heard of, these like ridiculous knockoffs, and that's where I want to start today. Let's just search a popular franchise and see how many knockoffs come up for it. Let's try Grand Theft Auto. Okay, first off, we have all of the actual Grand Theft Auto games first on the list, as you would expect. And then we get down to the games that want you to think they're Grand Theft Auto, like Real Gangster Mafia Vice Town, Open World Gangster Game, Gangster Town 2. Geez, there are so many. There's like hundreds of these. A grand tough guy in Miami? What makes him so grand? The tough guy is grand? I love that he has security written on his back. Security for who? He starts fights with people and then he becomes security for himself. He's like, I gotta protect myself. These psychos are trying to hurt me. Why is he standing like that? That's a tough guy stance if I ever saw one. Don't mess with me, kid. Fuck around and you'll find out why. This app includes Crime Simulator, beautiful Miami crime-style landscape. I've always wanted to visit Miami for their beautiful crime-style landscape. Interesting rap hip-hop music. You can tell whoever made this game just has like no real life ties to like any of this culture. They're like, the rap and hip hop music is very interesting. Download a grand tough guy in Miami for free and win the mafia war between gangster bands. Bands? Back the fuck up, Tony. You know these are our streets, alright? And the only way that you're taking over this side of town is if you out-rock us. Okay, grand tough guy in Miami is getting downloaded. Let's try another popular franchise. What if we type in Spider-Man? We got Spider Fighter, Spider Fighter 2, Amazing Rope Police, Open World Rope Hero, Super Rope Hero. So many of them have rope in the name, it's almost like they think people searching for a Spider-Man game might be searching like, who's the guy that shoots rope? Who's the rope hero? Oh, I love that guy that shoots rope. What was he bitten by again? Radioactive Cowboy? That's right, Cowboy Man, who shoots lassos out of his wrists. Okay, this is interesting. Gorilla Hero superhero game. This game seems like it's trying to copy like a million different games at once. First off, it's a gorilla. It's like King Kong, but he's red and blue to be like, no, he's Spider-Man. He's the rope guy. But also it's Grand Theft Auto, but also the bad guys are zombies. And also the gorilla actually isn't blue and red. He's like a human being with like a chain on. Oh, but sometimes he is blue and red and he is swinging from rope. Hello, are you crazy to play superhero games? This superhero fighting game or crime simulator gorilla rampage game, this sounds like it could be two drastically different games depending on how you play it. Superhero fighting game, you can, you know, take down villains, make the world a better place. Or simulator gorilla rampage game, you can be just a wild gorilla and fucking tear the city apart. All right, I am downloading gorilla superhero game. Okay, this could be kind of a fun change of pace. Not so much a knockoff, but still in the violence realm. Kung Fu Boy against bullying. Kung Fu Boy practiced the Kung Fu and some other martial arts to get ready against bullying. Okay, so it looks like it's a game about a kid who's getting bullied and he learns Kung Fu to combat the bullying. He doesn't say like, maybe I need to turn to like authority figures at my school to help. He says, I need to learn how to kill these bullies. Oh, okay, you get to go to the tournament. What is this needle button? Are we taking steroids? Actually, I don't know what a lot of these buttons are. Maybe this is a pin for like pinning up your costume to make it look better, but then you've got like, oh, the first place button. Stand on first place. Give me the trophy. I win first place. All right, this one looks fun. I will be downloading Kung Fu Boy against bullying. The president. The boss has arrived in office. Okay, this looks fun. It's another kind of like simulator game. You can choose whether you want to be a man president or a lady president. You can make new laws, like everyone should do the chicken dance. And there they are, everybody doing the chicken dance. Did I also make a new law where everybody has to either be a guy with a beard in a green hoodie, a milkman, or a girl with a star on her shirt? Make OnlyFans illegal. Tap to slap? What the fuck? Just another one of those presidential duties, you know? Guy comes into your office, asks you to make something illegal, and you just smack the shit out of him. No! I like that website. Pick a law and they will feel your wrath. These people are gonna feel my wrath, baby. I am downloading the president. Okay, this game has actually been suggested to me a few times. It's called My Horse Prince, and I'm very interested to try it out. It looks like some kind of romance game, but the love interest is a horse with a person's face. I guess that's just kind of a theme of this series so far, is that I just have to do a game about horses, and a deeply unsettling one at that. Will you be my owner? There stands a horse with a handsome human face. So it is a horse. It's not like a person who got half transformed into a horse. It's just a horse with a human's face. Is this a dream or a nightmare? Clearly it's a nightmare. It was there, she saw him. That handsome horse. Do you want a carrot? Gameplay includes items appear with time, tap items to get points. Points are determined by energy level. These are not the things I want to know about the game. I don't care if I can tap items to get points. I want to know why there's a game about dating a horse with a human face. Oh good, cleared levels are automatically stored in the album. But what about the horse? Why does this game exist? And who the heck is this little guy? I want to make lots of memories, he says, as he stands there looking completely different than both the other characters in this game. I guess there's only one way to find out, folks. I'm downloading My Horse Prince. All right, gang, we have a variety of interesting games. Let's head over to the PlayStation. Welcome to the PlayStation. This is where I play my games. It is time to play the games. First game, Grand Tough Guy Miami, baby. Let's see what this game is all about. Okay, what kind of interesting cityscape has this dropped me in? I've got my character here, the security guard, who is standing with the absolute toughest stance I've ever seen. And just when you think you're getting ready to start peacefully exploring the world, asshole. What? This guy calls you an asshole and squares up for absolutely no reason. I was walking away from him. I don't know what I could have possibly done to make him upset. Maybe he was expecting me to compliment his cool tough guy posture. But regardless of why, I had to figure out how to fight immediately, which was admittedly harder than I thought it was going to be, because of the 2 buttons they give you to fight, only one of them works. The kick button just does not work. Doesn't do anything. He won't kick. Kick, motherfucker, kick! Okay, well, I guess I killed him. Is this guy gonna try to fight me now? Yes, he is. Is he gonna try to fight me? Oh, shit. Yeah, the whole beginning of this game for me was a disaster. I immediately got beaten to the brink of death by this guy, who continued to call me an asshole for the entire time he was kicking my butt.
asshole.
And then this guy came out of nowhere to finish the job. After this, you're directed to your very first mission, which is to help your friend hide his drugs. So you navigate through the map of Miami, which I must say, game devs, you really outdid yourself on the accuracy of this one. What is that? Mountain? Is it mountains? Ah, yes, those famous Miami mountains. That's the crime landscape they were talking about. Those mountains are criminals. You captured the crime landscape of Miami perfectly. From the, 2 blocks of suburban neighborhood to the perfectly square right angles of the coast. I mean, I have to say, really made me feel like I was back in Miami, baby. Now I have a little weed button. Bing bong. So, stash place 1. I'm going to the next place. Oh, I just stashed it in the ground? Ah, the life of a drug dealer. Driving around to various parks in their neighborhoods, burying weed with their bare hands. I may sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I genuinely don't know if this is something people do. So look, I don't need to tell you that this is a poorly designed game. I mean, you have eyes. You can see what the NPCs look like. The game mechanics of this game are trash. They make trying to do almost anything impossible. Riding a bike. Oh my god, please. Driving a car. Nothing works right in this game, and it is made so much worse by the ads. This game is full of ads. Sometimes you go into an ad while you're next to a dead body that you've just killed, and during the ad, the dead body comes back to life and starts attacking you. So you come out of an ad and you're already almost dead, and this guy who you thought you killed is the one responsible. Also, sometimes the game just decides to teleport you in the middle of an ad. Where am I? I was not over here before the ad started, was I? Now, all this makes getting around pretty difficult, and truth be told, if I wasn't recording this video, I probably would have stopped playing this game long before I got to this point. But boy, am I glad I didn't, because if I had, I would have never discovered the joy that is the music in this game. That's right. The interesting rap music. Stop your chicken sounds?
Anywhere in Chicken Town.
Anywhere in Chicky Town.
Stuck in fucking Chicken Town.
Stuck in fucking Chicken Town, man. I can relate. These are the sounds of Miami. Every time I go to Miami, I swear to God, all I hear is, "Oi, mate, you better stop making your bloody chicken sounds before you get bloody killed." But by far the most annoying detail of this game is the hospital. If you lose any amount of health in this game, the only way to get it back is by going to the hospital. Even if you get knocked out, you respawn with pretty much the amount of health you had right before you died, which is nothing. So it's really in your best interest to go to the hospital and heal yourself, because if you get knocked out a certain amount of times, you actually die, and then you lose all the progress you've made in the game so far. There's just one problem with all this. The hospital is very hard to find. Okay, so the blue star that I thought might be the hospital is actually a jet ski, it turns out. I couldn't find it. For the life of me, I could not find this place, so I spent the entire game doing every mission with basically 0 health. So anytime anybody so much as punched me one time, I just got knocked out. But you know what? Eventually, I figured out why the hospital is so hard to find. One cool feature about this game is that some buildings on the map don't appear until you zoom in more. Actually, that's a little bit inaccurate. It's not some buildings. It is just the hospital. So arguably the most important building in the entire game, to me anyways, because I had 0 health the entire time, does not exist on the map unless you're zoomed in enough. It's hidden. It's like they don't want you to find it. And you know what? I kind of think I know why they don't want you to find it, because you know what happens when you get there and you try to get healed? Is that a hospital? It is a hospital! Let's freaking go! Let's go in there. How do I get into the hospital? No. Please tell me they did not forget to add this part of the game in or something. Did they forget to program this part? What kind of sick freaks designed this game? Who are you? Where do you live? Comment it below. I just want to talk. After all this, I was able to successfully hide all the weeds and get my next mission. Let's go. Wait, why was I small all of a sudden? Did you see that? But unfortunately, after I was given the next mission, which was just the same mission, but this time with more weed, I died and lost all my progress in the game. Oh my god, I died. You are killed. Do I get to go to the hospital now? All right, time for the moment of truth. Did I lose all my progress or just some of my progress? Hey bro, I want to work in your gang. Oh my god! You need to hide drugs and stash. I lost all my progress because I didn't go to the hospital. Because there is no way to get in the hospital. And after this, I was pretty much fed up with the game. Man, fuck this game. So I went to the only place that I knew I could actually count on. Let's go! Woo! Whoa! You know what? Maybe this game's not so bad after all. I'll see you guys later. It's time to learn Kung Fu and end bullying, bitch. Kung Fu boy against bullying. Why does he look so concerned when he's punching the punching bag? He's like, is this how you punch? I don't know. I don't know, help. And of course, before you get to do anything, it gives you an ad. Whoa, what is this game, Nerdy Boy? He doesn't look that nerdy to me. Here is the Kung Fu boy against bullying's origin story. We're just at school, we're chilling, not hurting anybody, and a bully comes up to us and he's pissed that we got a better grade on a test than him, and then he just wrecks us. It's a crazy fight, dude. A dust cloud forms. There's like a cat in there for some reason. And that's pretty much where the game leaves us, with us cleaning up the mess that our bully made. And dear Lord, what a mess it is. Okay, so it looks like on the left are things I need to do to help this poor kid. So I'm gonna press the locker button. Oh, and I guess fix the locker. The school is gonna make the kid fix the locker? He got beat up. It's a very gruesome story so far. We're like dressing our wounds, our bloody wounds. And I just wanna know, who is running this school? It seems very cruel to me that we got beat up and now we're the ones cleaning up. How is that fair? Where are the teachers? Where's the principal? Where's the janitor? I'm a little worried that halfway through the game, we're gonna find out that that was the principal. He's like, that's right, and I'll do it again. Stop being smarter than me. I'm supposed to be the smartest one here. We go to a kung fu place straight away. I guess we decide there are no adults here that are going to help me. I need to take matter into my own hands. I need to learn how to fight. The first thing our sensei tells us to do? Get a new outfit. He says, get out of those ugly ass clothes, dude. No wonder you got beat up. You look like a dweeb. At this point, we need to talk about this kid's voice because I hate it. The first time we hear people talk in this game, it's just like text to speech voice. It sounds like a TikTok or something.
You got more marks in test than me, so what?
But the next time we hear him speak, he has this like high-pitched elf voice.
Like new.
Ugh. I hate it. You know what, Actually, square up, kid. That's right, I hate you too now. Yeah, I'm the bully now. I'm the Kung Fu man for bullying. My theory is that they must have just downloaded a bunch of random dialogue from some stock library somewhere and just like tried to make it work in different circumstances. Because sometimes he doesn't even have the same voice.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm ready.
Alright, we've got our outfit customized. Now it's time to train. Training consists of this boy kicking this bag while staring deeply into our eyes. Gotta make the enemy uncomfortable. I like it. Then our sensei takes us to a deserted island where the training continues. First things first, let's eat some soup.
Much better.
Than just water? Yeah, I guess so, man. Where are my parents? I'm eating soup in the desert with a strange old man. Where are my legal guardians? I need help. I feel like I'm in constant danger in this game. There's a battleship behind me. I'm worried that's going to attack. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or it's the training, but suddenly our little kung fu boy has the voice of a man.
Do it. 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 Do it.
He's finally gone through the final stage of puberty. Kung Fu.
Breathe in, breathe out. That was really bothering me.
What was bothering you? What are you talking about? Oh, man, I was really wondering when someone was gonna come along and put a rock on my back while I plank. Thank you so much. God, that was really bothering me. Here's the messed up part. Halfway through training, our bully finds us while we're eating with the sensei, and he takes pictures of us through the window. And then in the next scene, the pictures are all over school, and we've gotten the shit beaten out of us again. This game is ruthless. I mean, really, we're trying to get ourselves out of a bad situation. He can't even cut us some slack for like a day, but our just desserts might actually be right around the corner because right after this, the game presents us with a pretty interesting development.
Hi, George.
My bully.
Get ready for the tournament.
Is he going to a tournament with me? Am I gonna be fighting him in a tournament? This is gonna be sick. That's right, we get to face off in a tournament against the bully that started it all. And to get ready for this tournament, we decorate?
That was really bothering me.
What am I doing right now? Why am I decorating this room? I thought I was just packing my bags for the tournament, but then it was like, and put a couch down, put on a weird hat, and some silly shoes. All right, it's time to show this bully who's boss. It's time to use everything we've learned in a series of complicated kung fu challenges that will test our skills. Unfortunately, the game does not let us participate in this part. We just get to watch a cutscene of the two boys chopping wood with their bare hands and then getting into another fight. Fortunately, we absolutely maul this kid. We destroy him. Let's go! I guess that's what separates us from the bullies. Sure, I will beat the shit out of you so hard that you'll wish you were never born, but only for a trophy. I'll only do it in a controlled environment where people are watching it happen, and then I get a big reward and you don't. And to be fair, when I'm done, I'll clean him up. I'll pick the little leaves off of him. I'll, you know, sedate him with this needle? Sure. I'll also stitch his chest shut. Actually, a little too graphic. I think we might have gone a little bit too hard on the poor lad, but nevertheless, I'm happy we did it. I gave myself a medal and took a picture to commemorate the occasion, and then the game informed me that it was all done.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Game done? Is that what it said? Sorry, did I just beat the game? That was it? And that's how I ended bullying. Now I'm going to become the president. Hello and welcome to the Oval Office. It's time to talk about the president. I immediately started this game by making a grave mistake. I clicked don't allow to send notifications. Maybe I should have clicked allow. They might need me for something in the middle of the day when I'm not paying attention. Like if my world is about to get nuked by aliens or something, I'll probably want to be able to be reached. But a good president never admits they were wrong, so it was time to take the oath of office. Why is the person that's in charge of like the oath of office like a train conductor? So this is mostly just a game where you pick between two options, a good option and an evil option. The only problem is the consequences of picking either option are pretty unclear. In fact, it seems like most of the time it's completely inconsequential.
Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of president.
That I will steal all public property. Screw it, dude, I'm clicking that.
Haha, nice joke.
This guy's just like, yeah, okay, dude, good one. Can we keep doing the oath now? That was not a joke, okay? You don't think I'll do it? I already am. He looks down and his train conductor uniform is just gone. He's naked. And I'm starting with these. So I signed my presidential oath, I do a little dance, and that's it. I'm the president. It should be noted that this little dance is my favorite part of the game. It's actually one of the only good parts of this whole game. He just looks like he's having so much fun. It's funny, it's silly, and the president isn't the only one that gets to do it either. This lady comes into the office to give me a gift, and then she starts doing the dance. When I sign things into law that all my citizens like, they start doing the dance. How sick is that? I never wanted to be president before, but if this is what it's like, sign me up, dude. Call me Joseph Brandon. The craziest part of this game has gotta be the public executions. Yeah, no, really. There are public executions in this game.
Execute.
Old President Dan runs a bit of a different kind of society, I guess you could say. Say one bad word about me, and I will strike you with lightning. I will harness the power of the gods, and I will wipe you off the earth, unfortunately. One of the laws you can sign is that, like, everyone should fight, and obviously the citizens, they don't like that. And they start speaking out, and the game gives you the option to execute somebody. Isn't that insane? This game has such, like, a cute art style. I was not expecting that. I just know that after summoning this lightning and destroying this man, my little guy is at his podium just like... And the game appears to get even darker from there. Pardon death row prisoners?
I robbed a bank to pay for my daughter's hospital bill.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I was looking for something a little more light. I think I'm gonna move on to the next game. Hey guys, it's me, your favorite superhero. Rope Man. Guys, I don't want to spoil the review for Gorilla Superhero, but I really like this game. Whoa, what did I just stumble across here? Oh my god, he is getting into it, dude. Yeah, this guy seems cool as hell. And sure, I had questions. Why does he have human hair? He already has fur on the rest of his body. He's got like bleached blonde hair. But his dancing put me in such a great mood that I was willing to look past all that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the whole review like this. It's really hot in here. The beginning cutscene got me freaking hyped. Our gorilla is sitting on a rooftop with his unexplained panda friend when we leap into action to help defeat a bad guy that the police are fighting. And this is when I learned the true appeal of the game. The combat. Is this punching? I can't tell if I'm hitting them. What? What did I just press? Everyone turned into skeletons, dude. Whoa, dude. What the hell? Combat, I guess, is a pretty loose term for what's going on in this game. There is a punch button, sure, and it does a little bit of damage. But then you have this whole outer ring of powers and spells that your gorilla is somehow able to harness. And they're so powerful. Basically a one-hit kill for any enemy. It could be a normal guy, it could be a zombie, it could be this like weird purple futuristic BMX rider. Every move just turns them into skeletons. No questions asked. You just push it and it's like, they're dead. They're gone. They've been dead for years. Their bodies decayed. I love how this gorilla runs. Like a little gorilla, man. Is this how gorillas really run? That'd be crazy to see a gorilla running around like this in the zoo. I just got somewhere to be. Maybe they do run like that. I don't know. Can we get a video of how gorillas really run on the screen, please? Your gorilla can run, jump, smash, swing from rope, and he can even use said rope to yank people. Whoa. Oh, actually, can I shoot web at people? Gotta yank these fools. Yeah, I am. I'm yanking them. Get yanked. You can yank people. You can yank them to their death, which is quite frankly how I want to go. I don't want to die, but if I have to, make it by a monkey. Make it by a monkey yanking me with a rope. I want to be walking around my city, my beautiful crime landscape city, and I want a giant gorilla to land next to me and shoot a rope at me, and then he just yanks me. And then that's just it. Lights out immediately. The last thing I experience in this world is just like a moment of like zooming toward a monkey. Now you might think that having such earth-shattering powers would be a constant net positive, but to be fair, there actually were a few instances where they got in the way. I wonder if I can steal this cop car. Oops, I wanted to steal a car and I accidentally destroyed the entire thing and everyone in sight. But luckily, you actually don't really need a car in this game because the gorilla is faster than the cars on his own. Kinda crazy that they even added cars into the game at all when they're completely useless. Also, even when you do get in them, the gorilla doesn't even fit. And also, the cars in this game have that shitty game mechanic where instead of like a joystick, there's just a left and right button for steering, as if that's useful at all. I think there's a reason those haven't been implemented in real cars. You're about to hit a deer and you're just like jamming the right button. No! Get out of the way! Now, unfortunately, this game does get old after a few minutes. As far as I can tell, there's no story in this game. You're basically meant to just run around and turn people into skeletons, which is fun at first, sure, but I don't know, can I turn people into other spooky things like goblins and witches? Also, the game kept coming up with this pop-up that said something like, explore the world to win achievements. And then it would send you directly into an ad, which was pretty annoying. Explore the world to win achievements. Yeah, that's what I'm doing that. If you would stop showing me these ads, it's like you're mad at me that the ads are coming up. It's like, don't watch these ads, dude. Explore the world. I'm trying. So outside of upgrading your character to the red and blue gorilla, which I did do. Yes! Yahoo! Look at the red little butt. There really is no reason to keep playing this game for more than like a half an hour. So, while I will most likely never play this game again, I would like to thank you, Super Gorilla Hero. This one goes out to you, Super Gorilla Hero. Thank you for all the great times, you crazy little ape. Howdy. Yes, my friends, it is finally time to talk about My Horse Prince. Apparently, the second I downloaded this game, it decided it's actually not called My Horse Prince, it's called something else. But fear not, the game is still about a human-faced horse. I know that's why you guys were sticking around. I know what my viewers want. This game kind of flows like one of those episodes or chapters type games. First, I had to name our main character. I thought I was naming the horse, so I accidentally named her Horace. And Horace explains that she recently moved to the countryside to get away from her ugly middle-aged coworkers. I poured so much of myself into my work that my only interaction with men was at the office. An office full of middle-aged salary men nobody would call attractive. The hell? Bunch of old weirdos that literally nobody could love. Okay, so she moved to the countryside to try to find a Prince Charming of sorts. She's on the hunt for some hot guys. And then we meet this guy. This guy owns a ranch where they train racehorses. I don't know why he looks like that, and they never acknowledge it. Dude, you know Horace is pissed right now. She traveled all the way from the city to the countryside to find some hot guys, and then she meets this guy? This, I have to imagine, is the exact type of guy she was trying to get away from. I mean, sure, I don't know for a fact that they look like SpongeBob drew a middle-aged man with that magical pencil and it came to life. But look at this guy. He's not exactly a hot guy. Are you here to see some horses? Oh, yes. Well, there's one over there. Go have a closer look. And there he is. He has a human head? What's that? Missy, don't tell me. You're seeing the horse as a man? He got real long when he said that. You're seeing the horse as a man? So it turns out that Horace is actually the only person that can see a human face on this horse, lending further credibility to my theory that this is not a human with a horse body, it is a horse with a human face, who should not be pursued romantically. That's just Danny's 2 cents. Let me guess. Your year of the horse? Yeah, I am. I've heard that weird girls born in the year of the horse sometimes see horses as attractive men. People with the ability are really something special. I don't know, man. It kind of sounds like he's trying to make it seem like a superpower, and quite frankly, I very much disagree. This is a curse. It's not some ability that you can choose to use that somehow gives you an advantage over other people. You're cursed. Every time she looks at a horse, it's some guy. She looks horses in the eyes, and they're like, hey, sorry, but if you gave me that in a game of like, would you rather, I'm picking the other option every time. Anyways, let's talk to this hot horse some more. People with the ability are really something special. Praise, praise. Wish I could get attracted to one of these things. I'm around them all day. Don't worship me. What's going on? Hey, is this guy bothering you? I'll stomp him into the dirt. He's just a tiny little potato man. Don't worry, I'll use my hooves and I'll kick him into the ground. From the amount of this game that I've played, which admittedly is not as much as I probably should have, I can't really tell if this is supposed to be romantic or not. And honestly, I don't know if Horace knows that either. I think she's working through some very complicated feelings. She keeps saying things like, maybe I could hook up with this guy. Oh wait, oh no, he's a horse. What am I thinking? He's a horse. Oh, I've been duped again. He neighs and whinnies. I wouldn't say those are the reasons you can't date a horse, but you're on the right track. Outside of how insane the premise of this game is and how confused I am every time I talk to this horse, this game is actually pretty boring. It's mostly just like skipping through dialogue boxes and then playing these weird feeding/training games where you're either feeding him carrots or having him run on treadmills that he breaks every time he uses one, both of which drain his energy, and the only way to get his energy back is by talking to him, which could be interesting, but the only thing he ever wants to talk about is horse stuff. You like ranches? What do you think of carrots? I don't care about the carrots. I want to talk about hot guys. Call me crazy, but this game did not exactly draw me in and make me want to play more of it. It's kind of wild that they made a game that has such a weird premise that you can't help but want to click on it, but then they totally fumbled in the execution. How could a game about dating a man horse be so bland? So yeah, that's it for this game, and you know what? That's all the games. That is all the games I was going to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Greg. Why are movie studios making bad movies on purpose? I swear to God they are. I'm sure most of us by now have seen clips from the new Pinocchio movie.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
And that had me pretty skeptical, honestly. You're trying to tell me they made it and they were like, the main selling point of this movie is that it will be good? No chance. And now I've recently seen people talking about this movie Marmaduke. It's about a cartoon dog voiced by Pete Davidson. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've watched it and it is in fact the worst movie you'll see this year. And it just really seems like they're trying to make bad movies on purpose. This movie is just heinous. It feels like Netflix just like fed an AI a bunch of scripts of bad movies until it spat out Marmaduke. This movie is not good at all. I think it has 0 redeeming qualities, actually. There's nothing good in this movie. I would even give it a negative score if I could. I like that I said that as if there's something stopping me. I'm my own entity. I'm not limited. I don't have a boss telling me I have to give it a positive score. I'm gonna give it a -6 out of 10. Begin with a narration from Pete Davidson himself, who could not sound less interested in explaining the exposition of this movie. Marmaduke was some fucking dog, dude. I don't care. I'm dating a Kardashian, man. You think I need this? I personally don't have a problem with Pete Davidson. He's a funny guy. He was not up to the task of being the main character in this movie. This is a cartoon dog. You need someone with like a crazy range. Pete Davidson's emotions range from high and pleased down to high and indifferent. That's about all the variety you're gonna get out of Pete Davidson. After watching the movie all the way through, I'm not even 100% sure that Pete Davidson even knows he's in this movie. I haven't seen Pete Davidson do any promotion for this movie. I don't think he's done interviews talking about, you know, getting into the role of Marmaduke. I would not be surprised if they just like took audio excerpts of Pete Davidson from like other TV shows and just like found a way to make a movie about a dog around them. Go ahead and look at the characters in this first scene here and tell me, what is your reaction? Art is subjective. What you like depends entirely on your life experience, your personal taste, you know, where you were born and raised. For example, I was born in the 1990s on Earth, and I hate every single one of these characters. There are 3 body shapes in the universe of Marmaduke. There is eerily slender, bouncing egg. That's right, they don't walk. The round characters, they just kind of bounce from place to place. And then there's Mom. Mom has a serious case of the Pixar mom syndrome. I guess the creators of Marmaduke decided to take a page out of Pixar's book when designing the mom, and then they ignored all the other pages in the book about like how to make a movie. Anyway, through a little bit of narration, we find out that the reason Marmaduke is not allowed at this party is because he's basically a terror to the family. Marmaduke is a nightmare. He chases the cat, his family. This is a bad boy.
That's enough for today.
That's enough for today? You didn't do anything. You just hurt a dog. You didn't teach him any tricks. He doesn't even know how to sit. All right, the first trick we're gonna learn today is how to dodge a punch. Okay, I looks like you didn't get it today, but we'll try again tomorrow, okay, buddy? Anyway, I guess after showing Marmaduke how violent he is and all of his like cool martial arts skills, Marmaduke is like, wait, actually maybe I do want to get trained by this guy. And they make it seem like it's because like Marmaduke is so impressed. I personally think it's because Marmaduke is so scared. He does agree to finally be trained. So cue Marmaduke getting trained montage. Or sorry, Marmaduke getting tortured montage. Yeah, that's right. Before Marmaduke agreed to get trained, Guy just beat the shit out of Marmaduke. But now that Marmaduke has agreed to be trained, he is still getting beat up, but just in new and fancy ways. This movie is essentially about a dog who loves to eat and suffers greatly for it. You know what is one thing that's unclear about this movie? Can Marmaduke talk? Earlier in the movie, Marmaduke was trying to talk to the people and all they could hear was barking sounds.
You're being too hard on poor
But then Marmaduke and Guy seem to have full conversations. So who is speaking the other one's language? Is Marmaduke speaking English? Or is the trainer barking at Marmaduke? Like if you were to walk by the park where Guy is training Marmaduke, is Guy just going like, arr, arr, arr? This movie is completely uninterested in answering this question. And it only gets worse. Marmaduke flies through the air, farts, and he shits, and he farts so hard that it's from plump to shriveled up like a raisin. He shrivels up into a little doggy skeleton. The dog is very sick. The dog should be rushed to the hospital immediately after this, actually. The cloud of his fart gas like envelops the might have killed people, honestly. This is just an awful scene. I don't want even for kids. It's like, is your dog pooping in the wrong spot ever that funny? I don't think I've ever like come home and my dog is like pooped somewhere she wasn't supposed to and been like, that's hilarious. That's actually good one, Sunday. Dude, you fucking killed it. I should be mad, but that's actually mad funny. To be fair, if I did have like a comically big trophy in my house and I came home and the dog had pooped in the trophy, that actually might be kind of funny. But not if she was also like sitting on top of the trophy as like a shriveled up skeleton and my house was full of noxious gas.
That was a disgrace.
Not So Great Dane is actually a pretty light roast considering Marmaduke just like detonated a chemical weapon at a dog show. You sent 30 people to the hospital, Marmaduke. At least call him a shih tzu or a fartzu.
Watch out! It's El Stinko.
At first when I watched this, I was like, oh really? The cheerleaders competition news over the weekend? Dog shows are that popular, really? They just happen to be watching. But then I realized, no, this was probably on the news. If this happened in real life, it would be on the news.
She shares a home with Scooby-Poo.
Yeah, did you see the pile of dead birds? It's actually not that funny. That area is permanently off limits to all life. Anyway, Marmaduke has pretty much brought disgrace to the family. This movie's getting kind of dark. This is a really somber, like, middle section of a children's movie. He's not a loser! It just turns into Marriage Story. Marmaduke is a Great Dane! Then come to find out that the trainer has actually billed them for all of the training, and it's like a shit ton of money. They go through the list, and it rolls by in this like Star Wars style credit roll, and it's meant to fly by really fast so you can't read anything, but I paused it just to like look through what some of it is. Some of the items on this list are more than the $1 million they would have won at the final dog show. There's things for $29,000, $35,000, $1.4 million. Also kind of a funny detail, the writers I guess couldn't come up with enough things to actually make the list that long, so they just literally copied and pasted the same chunk over and over. So if you just play it, you'll see like the same thing worth $1.5 million over and over in this list, and it's like you couldn't just keep coming up with different numbers at least? You are not a champion. So Marmaduke is like, you know what, screw it, I don't need you, and he decides to set off on a journey to show him what a real champion can do. He runs to China, and then he runs to Egypt, and then he swims in the ocean, and then he goes home. And I guess that's pretty much all the training he needs. I don't know why he is still so focused on the dog show after that. Marmaduke's like, yeah, I climbed to the top of Mount Everest and then swam to the bottom of the ocean so that I could hopefully compete in an obedience competition at a regional level. I hope that I do okay. It's like, no, all of the things you did just then are like infinitely more impressive than a dog show. At least that's what I thought until we get to the dog show and we see what other dogs do during the talent portion. Okay, so the bulldog is winning the talent competition. The bulldog is winning the whole show. Forget about the other dogs for a second. There is no way that Marmaduke can do anything near that impressive. I know he ran around the world, but he just ran and swam. This dog lifted up a convention center. The other dog's not quite as impressive. One of the dogs dances, pretty lame. And another dog did like a half fight, half rap in like a magical bubble environment. So that was pretty cool. I didn't know there was magic in this universe. They just decided to spring that on us in the last like 20 minutes of the movie. But I just don't understand how they were able to continue the competition after the bulldog lifted up the building. If I was in the crowd, I would be on my hands and knees crying after that. I don't think that it's fair to continue the show. Okay, Zeus actually hypnotizes the crowd. That's actually pretty impressive. Yet another use of magic. I like that they're really doubling down on that in the third act of this movie. Also, I'm getting a lot of parallels from the Disney Channel original movie Zapped in this movie. Although I don't think anyone beat the shit out of a dog in that movie. Also, hang on a second. If hypnosis exists in this universe and it is like a thing that can be done effectively, why the hell did the trainer need to beat the fuck out of Marmaduke? If in this world it's possible to mentally make a dog do whatever you want, what sick thrill did Guy get out of assaulting Marmaduke? It's almost like that wasn't even training and he just like, what if he did hypnotize him and then he was like, and now the rest of this is just for me. Anyway, it's time for Marmaduke's portion of the talent show. Now, everything else up until this point is so insane that like anything Marmaduke could do, even if he did something really cool, would be kind of underwhelming. But like, even with that in mind, Marmaduke just does the dumbest shit. His boy owner gets on his back and they just like run around the stadium. I'm sorry, Marmaduke, but that was not impressive at all. We literally all just saw magic happen. We saw a bulldog lift up a building. I know I keep mentioning that, but that was insane. We all just saw an entire crowd get hypnotized by a creepy blonde dog, and Marmaduke's like, yeah, but can you do this? Are you trying to bankrupt your family, Marmaduke? Because that's what's gonna happen if you keep this shit up. Are you trying to destroy your family's lives? You're going to. Keep dicking around on the ground like that with no talent, and you're gonna destroy their lives. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Okay, a little plot twist happens at the end of the dog show. Zeus, the beautiful dog, wins. Obviously, he hypnotized the judges, so we kind of thought that was gonna happen anyway, but it turns out that one of the judges is actually Zeus's trainer in disguise, so he gets disqualified from the talent competition. I kind of feel like it was pretty dumb of him to do that because he had a shot at winning anyway. It's not like he was like a total underdog. Dude was basically an overdog. He was actually bound to win. He hypnotized everybody. Marmaduke dead?
Marmaduke was a good dog.
What the fuck, dude?
We will miss you very much.
Okay, they're spending way too long on this if he's not actually dead. He should have come back alive by now, probably.
Is there still time to hit the awards banquet?
Jesus Christ, dude. You have to admit, if he did die, that would be objectively the funniest ending to this movie. Marmaduke doesn't win the dog show, and then he dies. And then everyone's really sad, and then the movie ends. In my head, when this was happening, the first time I watched this, I was like, please roll credits, please roll credits. It would be so fucking funny if Marmaduke dies. Oh, fuck, he's alive. Anyways, if this movie couldn't get any worse, it ends with an original song by Pete Davidson about being a dog.
I'm the biggest dog around, the greatest Dane in the whole darn town, but my family doesn't understand. I gotta eat, it's my command.
Did they give Pete Davidson 40 seconds to write this song? All right, Pete, it's time to record the ending song. What ending song? You guys didn't tell me there was gonna be an ending song. I don't know, man, you tell us. Hit it. All right, well, yeah, that's Marmaduke. Let me know what you thought, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Hello. Guys, did you know in the US it's legal for your internet service provider to sell your data to other companies? They can sell it to ad companies. Heck, they can sell it to whoever they want. This seems pretty screwed up to me. I don't know why this is legal, but what I do know is that Marmaduke is probably responsible. Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, puts a stop to this by rerouting 100% of your network traffic through their secure encrypted servers. Those are servers that are both secure and encrypted. ExpressVPN also masks your device's unique IP address, making it much more difficult for like big tech companies or advertisers or really strong dogs from tracking you and matching your activity back to you so they can collect your data. There's a ton of great reasons to use ExpressVPN. You can unblock content that's not available in your country. For example, the movie Whiplash is not available on Netflix in the US, but with ExpressVPN, if you change your server location to the UK, it is available. They have 24/7 customer support, the fastest speeds, consistently faster than other VPNs, and it's easy to use. You can fire it up and get going with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on my computer and my phone, pretty much every device that can have it in my house. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out our sponsor. Please get out from under my desk. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Is that in focus at all? Greg, join Greg. Greg is what I call my fans here on YouTube, my fan base, my audience. But we're more than that, you know? We're a family, we're an army. We are one guy named Greg. So if you wanna join, then turn on my notifications and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? It's me, Danny, back with another episode of Give Me Money. Give me lots and lots of money. So this video started after I made my 2 videos about Paul Zimmer. A couple people messaged me because there was a hashtag that was trending on Musical.ly. It was the hashtag ban Paul Zimmer. And basically people were upset because, one, he was doing that shit where he would dance with his shirt off and people thought that was inappropriate. But the other thing he was doing was apparently scamming kids on Lively. If you don't know what Lively is, it's an app that's run by Musical.ly. It's like Musical.ly's sister app, basically, where you can do live streams. A lot of Musical.ly stars are just like constantly on it live streaming. So I decided to check it out. I was just wondering how Paul Zimmer could be like scamming kids on a live streaming app. Was he running some sort of Ponzi scheme? Is it like a pyramid scheme? But basically what he was doing, and what actually I realized everybody on this entire app is doing, is literally just live streaming and begging their fans, which are usually young kids, to pay them through these gifts that are in the Musical.ly app. Obviously it's kids, so it's their parents' credit card that they're using, but it's all like in-app purchases and stuff. All they do in their live streams is just beg for likes and for money. So I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go undercover. I'm gonna create a fake Musical.ly account. I'm gonna follow some of the top people on Musical.ly and go into some of their live streams and just see what they're like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up an account here. I need to come up with a good name, like Greg, and then a good username. I'm truly Greg. And now I can go into Lively. You can go to the leaderboard, which basically shows all of the people who got the most likes yesterday. So I'm just gonna follow all the people on top of there. Okay, so it looks like Jesse Underhill is live. I've heard a little bit about him. I saw that he was on the leaderboard. He was like the 1st or 2nd most popular person on the app yesterday. So this should be pretty indicative of what the Lively app is like. If this is the person who's on top, then this is probably the standard for what we can expect from Lively. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Thank you so much. Everyone go follow her right now. Everyone tap the screen hard.
Okay, so he's telling everyone to tap the screen really hard. I'm pretty sure because every time you tap the screen, it gives another like to the broadcast. And these people get higher up on the leaderboard the more likes they have. So right when I pop into the live stream, he's just literally begging for likes and telling people tap the screen as fast as you can so that I can get more likes.
Who wants a BFF? Hey, Kaylee, who wants a BFF? Hey, I fire checkers into K1. Is that babe? Yeah. How from Greece? What's up, Greece?
Someone said hi from Greece, and he just said, what's up, Greece? I'm not sure if he thinks that person's name is Greece or if he's actually saying hi to the entire country, thinking that that person's Musical.ly account is the entire country of Greece.
Okay, guys, are you ready? 10 seconds. I want 60K.
Okay, so now he's saying I'm gonna count 10 seconds and we have to hit 60K, which he means likes, 60K likes by the time I get to 10 seconds. Now instead of just saying tap the screen as much as you can, he's giving them a goal. He's being like, all right, listen up. You weren't tapping the screen enough before. I'm going to count to 10 and we better be to 60,000 when I get there.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna count 10. Everyone say yes. Hey, what's up? We're gonna text at 60K, okay? Hi, Dala.
Okay, he keeps getting distracted. He hasn't started counting yet. Just start counting.
10 seconds. Do I have to be at, no. Ask at 60K. 10 seconds. You ready, guys? 10. Everyone just do it together. Thank you for the love, bang.
Oh my God, dude, just count. Come on.
Let's go. Drop a face if you want a reaction. 9 seconds. Go. 8.
These are the longest seconds ever. This doesn't count. It's not impressive if you get to 60,000 in 10 seconds if every second is 10 seconds long.
Okay, go. Keep going, keep going. 7 seconds. I have to tell people what is up. Hey guys, I'm live right now doing reactions and rates. If you want to rate.
He stopped counting to make a Musical.ly. He's making a Musical.ly right now.
Your reaction, go to tournament notifications, like 30 Musical.lys, all from yesterday and the day before and today. By the way, if you send one face, you get a reaction.
He's making a Musical.ly advertising his live stream. Hey guys, I have to pause my live stream to make a Musical.ly advertising this live stream, where instead of doing my live stream, I'm making Musical.lys advertising this live stream. This is getting way too meta. Okay, well, I think he completely gave up on counting. Maybe it's because he could tell that he wasn't going to reach his goal of 60,000 likes in 10 seconds. But yeah, he just gave up on count. Maybe he forgot. I don't know.
5,000, you get a shout out. 2 drama queens gets a duet. 3 drama queens get a duet on Lively.
Okay, so in this Musical.ly that he's making right now, it sounds like he's saying that if you send a certain amount of drama queens or something, you get a duet. I think the drama queens on this app are the gifts that you can send. There's a gift called a drama queen, and you spend a certain amount of real life money to be able to send him that. So right now he's making a Musical.ly saying, hey, come into my live stream. If you pay me a certain amount of money, I'll do a duet with you. And so in the middle of the screen here, when people are sending like this panda and this, yeah, these pandas and stuff, those are all gifts. So every time you see one of those, that's somebody sending him a gift that they paid for with real money. They're paying him when literally all we've seen him do so far is just ask for likes. Like, what is the criteria for following someone on this app? Are they just like, I really like how Jesse Underhill asks for likes. He does it in a really creative and unique way, and so I'm going to send him all my money.
Hey, go. Everyone tap screen art. 10 seconds, 60K. Think of your giant hand. Let's go. No more commenting. Say okay. 10.
Okay, oh, he started counting again. He's trying to get to 60K likes again, but he decided to start counting over again.
Oh yeah, I've been looking under rocks and breaking locks.
Okay, oh, now he's not counting anymore. He's dancing now. What the fuck is going on? There's no direction to this live stream. He was like, all right, 10 seconds, let's hit 60K. Ready, set, go, 10.
You could be my it girl. Maniac, insomniac. 5 steps behind you. Tell them other girls.
9.
He's still counting. He just said 9. He stopped to dance for like 30 seconds and then he was like, that seems like about 1 second. 9. Okay, is this all that happens in these live streams? It's just like fucking around for however long he's on while asking for gifts and likes? Okay, I'll ask. When does the show start? What are you doing? What is happening? Dude, you can tell this kid has no idea what he's doing either because he's unzipped and zipped up his hoodie like 10 times in the past 2 minutes. Every time he's not sure what to do with his hands, he just goes,
I'm gonna put my face in this mask and I'm gonna walk all the way there and to the back 3 times and then come back and open my mask, and you guys better be at 85K to 100K.
So now he's just gonna walk back and forth with his hoodie zipped up until he gets to 80,000 likes. This is so fucking awkward. It's weird, and it's like almost pathetic to watch because it's just like this kid who thinks that this is what he's supposed to, like, he thinks that this is entertainment, or he knows it's not and he's literally just exploiting the system. I mean, he's just fumbling around blind. It's almost metaphoric in a way how he's just, well, now he's just twerking on the wall. That's not a metaphor. But how he's just blindly stumbling around until he gets enough likes. I mean, that's sort of what he's doing in general. And in this very moment. This was the most popular person on the app yesterday, and this is what he does. So he's not even doing anything in his live streams, and he doesn't really interact with the audience either, except a few times I saw when he would get a gift, he would acknowledge the person who gave him the gift. Very briefly, he would just say, hey, thanks Sophie for sending me the panda. I think the only way I can really get the full experience out of this is by buying some of these gifts. And I don't recommend that anybody else do this, obviously, but I'm just gonna buy, like, how many coins can I get? Okay, I can get 10,000 coins for $100. That seems like that's the most that you can buy at one time. I'm just gonna buy $100 worth of coins and just see if he notices me. Okay, I'm gonna send him, this one is only worth 5 coins. It's the Italian hand. I'm gonna send that. Oh, god damn it! The second I sent it, he's looking at his phone. He's not even gonna see it now. Yeah, he didn't see it. Okay, great. So that was a waste of 5 coins. I don't even know how much that is. Okay, I'll try again right now. I'll send him a gift that costs more too. I'll send this rainbow puke.
Hey, thank you for the rainbow puke. I'm truly great.
Oh, he said my name. He said my name. That's Oh man, oh god, why did I get so excited when that happened? Oh jeez. I got like flustered. I feel hot now. Why is that happening? I guess that's why people do it. I feel really, whew. I keep seeing that he's making people BFFs on here. I don't know what that means. It's orange. And I think all these people who are orange are BFFs. I don't know how to get that. He just has to BFF you randomly. Can I have a BFF, please? I mean, I gave him a gift. I deserve to be BFF'd. Oh shit, wait, hold on, my comment is orange. I already am BFF'd, I think. So what does getting BFF'd do? It just makes your comment orange? It highlights your comments in the chat? So I guess because I sent him a gift, he BFF'd me. So you pay him, and his reward is he's gonna BFF you, and all that does is highlight your name in the chat, but he doesn't even fucking read the comments. So basically he was ignoring me. Then I paid him money so that he would ignore me more. Thinking Bruno Mars. This is great. This is just like seeing Bruno Mars in concert, and this is free. I guess it's just like seeing Bruno in concert, except he's constantly begging for money and likes, and he's not actually singing. And he walks around with his hoodie zipped up. So if Bruno Mars did all those things, then this would basically be like seeing a Bruno Mars concert. Jesus, now he's lip syncing an acoustic Drake cover. All right, let's be done with this kid. Okay, that was really lame, obviously. But this kid is like the top of the app. This kid is like one of the biggest people on there. This can't be the only thing he does, right? What does he usually do? Let's see if we can look him up. Jesse Underhill, Lively. Jesse Underhill grinds. Jesse Underhill grinding. Oh, Jesus! What? This is what he does? Oh my god. He's just humping his bed. Holy shit. Dude, you know what this is like? This is literally like porn stars that do like the webcam stuff. They're like porn stars will like go live on porn websites in front of webcams and people can send them money to do specific things. This is that. This like is softcore porn while asking people to send him money, only it's worse because it's kids. Musical.ly is so clearly manipulating kids to spend money. They have a leaderboard, so they have the leaderboard for the people with the most likes yesterday, and then they have a leaderboard for top contributor. That means the person yesterday who gave the most money. So the top person, Madison, spent 75,000 gift points yesterday. I spent $100 on 10,000. That means that she spent $750 yesterday. And if you scroll down the list, this list goes on and they're all in the hundreds spending money on this app just to send to people like Jesse who don't do shit. Okay, here's another person who uses this app. His name is Jason Coffey. He looks like a grown-ass man, so maybe his style will be a little bit different. Hopefully he's, at the very least, not humping his fucking sofa.
Softball Amber with the sun cream. Softball Amber with another love bang and an Italian hand. Sophie with the panda.
Okay, so right off the bat, I can just see people are constantly sending him gifts, but this time at least, every time someone sends him a gift, it looks like he's shouting them out and being like, hey, Sophie, thanks for the gift. The only thing is it doesn't seem like he's doing anything besides that. It seems like his entire live stream, at least what I've seen so far, is just him being like, all right, Sophie, thanks for the gift. All right, James, thank you for the gift, man. Hey, Brandon, thanks for that gift, buddy.
The first person to do the pink flower emoji gets BFF.
Okay, so now he's playing a game where he's just calling out emojis, and whoever comments that emoji first gets a BFF. So this is like at least some kind of content, if you could even call it that. He's basically playing a game with his followers. It's the most boring game I could possibly come up with. It's a game where you have to search through your emojis to find an emoji, and then you comment it.
All right, if you guys want me to react to you, tap on this like button super fast. Tap, 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 tap. I'm also going to do more games. The quicker we tap, the more games we'll do.
Is this guy's job? Is that like, I'm not sure. I don't know if he does anything else, but he's making money from this. Is this what he does all day? He's like in the morning, he wakes up and he kisses his wife and he's like, all right, honey, time to go to work. And then he just walks into his kitchen and sets up his phone and stands there for the entire day like, hey, Kelsey, thanks for that gift. This is digital panhandling. Being like, hey, can you guys just give me money while I stand here and ask for money? Except these people aren't poor or homeless. These, from what I can tell, everybody here is making like thousands of dollars a day. So anyway, that's Lively. That experience that I've shared with you is pretty much like every person's live stream on this app. And just to be clear, I don't have a problem with creators making money. I mean, you have to be able to make money somehow to support what you're doing. Otherwise, you can't really be a full-time creator. That's why I sell merch. I have a Patreon. You can make AdSense money off of YouTube. Like, you need to be able to support yourself if you want this to be your career. But there has to be content as the backbone of everything. There can't just be the money aspect of it, because then it's literally just asking for money for no reason. I mean, in Jesse's case, it's because I guess he's cute, so people will send him money because they want him to notice him. For the Jason Coffee dude, I don't know why the fuck anybody is sending him money, but the money should come second to the content. There has to be something for your fans to be supporting. Otherwise, why are they sending you money? And why do you need money if you're not making any content? This isn't like interesting, it's not entertaining, it's just manipulative. And it's manipulating kids. It's manipulating like young children. And it's not just the creators either. It's the app is literally targeting kids and like showing them, hey, you can get on this leaderboard if you just spend $800 tomorrow of your parents' money. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. If you like this video and you're not a part of Greg yet, guys, Greg is our family here on YouTube. It's our fan base. I don't have some dumb name for my fans like the Low Gang, Mavericks, or Jake Paulers. I call my fans a cool name like Greg. So if you want to join Greg, all you have to do is turn on my notifications and subscribe. And now to completely contradict everything I've just said, I'm going to ask you for money. If you want to get this hoodie, it's at DannyGonzalez.store. Also, something I mentioned in my last video, if you want to join this group chat that I have full of a bunch of other Gregs, it's on Discord. If you want to join that group chat, you can consider supporting me on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. If you support me, you get access to this group chat. There's like 50 other people in there. It's pretty fun. It's just a fun little community. I'm in there pretty much every day and we all talk. All right, guys, well, that's it for this video. Thank you, Mighty Matt, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I will see you guys again soon with another funny, outrageous video. Bye. I want you to take a second to imagine a world where Mike Tyson, the famous boxer, is actually not known for boxing. In this world, Mike Tyson is instead a competitive pigeon racer. He's known around the world for how he cares for and obsesses over his pigeons. When he talks, he's not talking about boxing. He's talking about pigeons. And when you see him on TV, he's not boxing. He's racing pigeons. Now, what if I told you that you actually don't have to imagine that world at all, because that's the world that you live in. And also, I do too. We all do. It's not just you, don't worry. We live in the Mike Tyson pigeon universe. I'm kind of making this video because I feel like I'm going insane. Like, I feel like I'm the only person who didn't know this about Mike Tyson. The man is obsessed with pigeons. And see, the thing is, I feel like I knew he like was into exotic animals before. Like, I feel like I've seen pictures of him with tigers. That's a thing, right? Mike Tyson tiger. Yeah, okay, there we go. So that's a thing people know about him, because I knew this. I'm not even into boxing. Mike Tyson and his strange relationship with his pet tigers. Well, dude, honestly, wait until you find out about his strange relationship with his pigeons, man. This is a clip from a show on Animal Planet called Taking on Tyson Ready to Rumble. This is a show exclusively about Mike Tyson's competitive pigeon racing hobby. So first off, terrible name for a show, dude. You picked one of the most famous boxers in the world and titled the show Ready to Rumble and expected people to know it was about pigeons? Pigeons don't rumble. Do they? I actually don't. I don't know, I guess. Anyway, this is the first clip that I saw that led me down this rabbit hole, so I feel like I should show it to you guys first. This is a trailer for this show.
Pigeons are born to fly. That's why God gave them wings.
That's such a ridiculous yet obvious thing to say. I don't know who this guy is, but I hope he gets a lot of screen time in this show. I'm just trying to imagine who he was talking to. Like, what was that in response to? Mike Tyson being like, dude, I love pigeons. I just don't get why they have wings, you know?
When I look in the mirror, I'm only looking at one winner. That's me, baby.
So this trailer doesn't really explain much about the show, but you do get a look at like the cast of characters. It's all like the toughest looking dudes you can imagine, Mike Tyson included, and they're all super into pigeon racing. There's this guy who's even doing like boxing motions. Yeah, you know what I'm ready to do. Ah, we got Mike Tyson in here. We're ready to breed some pigeons, baby. You've got this guy who's like standing on a rooftop smoking a cigar. It all feels like this is like a Rocky-esque documentary about someone getting ready for a fight. fight, but instead it's a bunch of men participating in the most whimsical sport I could imagine. The only person I've ever seen that's like this into pigeons before is the lady from Home Alone 2. So in my head, like, that's what a person who's into pigeons looks like. So I was very surprised in this commercial to see all of these like super tough dudes being like, my friend Mike Tyson here, he doesn't like to lose. Especially now when it comes to racing little tiny birds.
I'm just looking forward to beating Helder and Joe Green, okay?
Taking on Tyson. New episode.
At the end of the trailer, it kind of looks like he's like trying to fly away with them. Take me with you! I want to fly away with you! I want to fly! Okay, here's another clip. This one's called Taking on Tyson Neighborhood Blues.
By 1976, Mike, aged 10, had been abandoned by his father and lived with his mother, brother, and sister on Atlantic Avenue.
Okay, so right now seems like just like a pretty standard documentary, honestly, about Mike Tyson's life, talking about his difficult upbringing. But if I know Mike Tyson, there's probably one thing in particular in his life that he could sort of like channel all of his frustration into that would eventually get him out of this situation.
It was as a child adrift on these streets that Mike first connected with the birds.
Yep, and that's what I thought it was gonna be. That is what I thought.
They had Danny had pigeons over here, Chucky. All these guys had pigeons on this side too. We used to go over there and try to tap them off and steal their birds and stuff.
It all kind of sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? I feel like I'm watching TV from an alternate dimension, but knowing that this is from the universe that I live in, it sounds like a euphemism.
I had horrible pigeons. They couldn't fly much, but they were beautiful. And they were just show birds.
They were just show birds? What show? He's like, they weren't racing birds, they were just show birds, unfortunately. You know, they used to compete in those, pigeon shows? No, we don't know. Do we? Do you guys know? Now I gotta Google pigeon show, man. Okay, we've got like different types of pigeons up here. Pigeons and doves. You've got typical pigeons. Sounds like someone who was just betrayed by a pigeon. Typical fucking pigeon, man. Okay, pigeon shows and poultry center. Poultryshowcentral.com. Okay, that is a pretty nice looking pigeon, honestly, so I could see why you would want to put that in a show. Damn, actually it's a really nice looking pigeon. Should I get into pigeons?
And I was really insecure about letting some quality pigeons out because I didn't know about training them. I just wanted to possess them.
I like that at the start, before he started racing them or anything, he just wanted them, and he didn't know why. He was like, I just gotta get my hands on these fuckers. And saying I wanted to possess them is a really funny way to say that.
I just wanted to possess them.
Because who uses the word possess like that? I would like to go to the store. I would like to possess some new clothing. But honestly, as a kid who grew up like collecting Pokemon cards, but didn't even know how to play the game that you play with Pokemon cards, I get it, you know? You just like the way they look. You like how shiny they are. And sure, it might not have been a show Pikachu, and you didn't even know how to train the damn beast, but I wanted to possess him nonetheless. I wanted to sort of spiritually control his body and make him commit heinous acts. I wanted to possess the Pikachu.
You can't imprison them. You have to have the freedom. You have to be on their will to come with you. And that's where you get the gratitude to believe that they're here because they love me. This bird has a bond with me. This is my bird.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Seems like a nice hobby, honestly, and it seems like it makes Mike Tyson really happy. Seems like he has a lot of emotional connection with these birds. I love that for him. I just personally wish that somebody fucking told me that this was a thing. It was surely somebody's responsibility to tell me Mike Tyson was obsessed with pigeons. It also is a little concerning that it seems like it took him a long time to learn that he can't imprison the pigeons.
You can't imprison them. You have to have the freedom. You have to be on their will to come with you.
And after 20 years of basically torturing the pigeons, I learned that you actually do have to let them fly sometimes, because that's what they do. They're birds. That's why God gave them wings.
This bird has a bond with me. This is my bird.
Cuts to a pigeon that has no idea what the fuck is going on. This bird loves me. This bird knows who I am. This bird remembers it's me every time I see it, and I love him too. The birds actually probably do know who he is, and do, like, you know, have a bond with him. I feel like birds are pretty smart, more smart than people give them credit for. Parrots can talk, so I know at least they're smart.
But for Tyson, Brownsville was never a happy home.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
I don't miss this neighborhood.
That's such a funny cut. I mean, I get what they're trying to say, but it just cut from a woman being like, we miss you so much, oh, we love you, to Mike being like, I fucking hate this place, man, and everyone here. The only people I fuck with around here are the pigeons, actually, come to think of it. Where are the pigeons at? One of the best documentaries on pigeons so far. So far? Okay, this is like an entire paragraph, but I feel like there's so much to unpack in just that first sentence. First off, so far? How many more pigeon documentaries do you think there's gonna be? Also, this is a documentary about Mike Tyson. It happens to be about his love for pigeons, but it's not about pigeons. It's not like pigeons evolved from dinosaurs 4 million years ago, and they eat bread, and they like flying around, and some of them know Mike Tyson. No, the video's about Mike Tyson. This whole thing feels like if there was like a documentary about Tom Brady that came out that was like, Tom Brady, a living legend, and that's the name of it. And then the whole thing is about how he like knits competitively. He does competitive knitting.
You can't imagine how many ferocious beatings I took over these pigeons. When my life was at stake and guys, people throwing you off the roof, kicking you, man, over these birds.
Actually, Mike, that is 100% true. I would not believe it. I actually do not believe someone threw you off the roof over some birds. Although it would be sick to see, dude. Imagine Mike Tyson's trying to like steal somebody's pigeons. They throw him off the roof, and then Peter Pan style, Mike Tyson comes floating back up on top of the roof, carried by his pigeons. He's like, they may just be showbirds, baby, but they're my showbirds, and they love me, and they know who I am. Stop laughing, they know who I am.
You can't imagine how many ferocious beatings I took over these pigeons.
How many ferocious beatings did you take over the pigeons, Mike? I want to know, what was the scenery like when you were getting punched over these pigeons? Were you like in a stadium, like an arena full of people? Were you in sort of like a square enclosure wearing big puffy gloves? That's actually how Mike's coach motivated Mike for each fight. Mike Tyson doesn't know what boxing is. His coach was just like, Mike, this guy in the ring, he wants to steal your pigeons, and the only way he says he won't is if you can tangle with him in the ring for 8 rounds, baby. I feel like I'm gonna go back and watch like old pre-fight footage of Mike Tyson when they're like shit-talking each other, and the first guy's like, Mike Tyson's going down, dude. He doesn't stand a chance against me. I'm crazy. And Mike's like, I don't want to hurt this guy, but it's the only way I can get my pigeons back.
What we love about these birds is what we can't get from human beings, and that's loyalty. And that's what the connection is with them.
No wonder Mike was good friends with Tupac. No, dude, do not tell me Tupac raced birds too, and I didn't know this. Okay. Tupac was also all about being loyal to the ones he loved and cherished as friends. Well, okay. No, that's true.
This is Tyson's Corner. This is something I absolutely adore doing, of course. I'm a pigeon man. Anybody that's familiar with having the pigeon bug knows this is gonna be amazing.
Okay, so in this clip, you can actually see some of the pigeons that Mike owns, you know? He's talked about how he likes pigeons, but this is the first time we're actually getting to see, like, part of the enclosure where he keeps all the pigeons.
You know, I've been doing this since I was 9 years old. You know, of course, people are more familiar with me being a fighter, but...
I'm glad, honestly, that he said it, because it's what I've been thinking the whole time. I'm glad he at least acknowledged the boxing. I even felt like at the beginning of this clip, I was being gaslit, because he's in a boxing gym, but he's like, and you know why we're here? To talk about my pigeons.
I wanted to show you these beautiful white bars that this bird possesses.
There he goes using that word again, possess. I think he just really likes that word. He uses it a lot for someone that's not like a wizard, right?
What do you say to people who say pigeons are a nuisance?
I don't know. Some pigeons to me are a nuisance. I have some of my birds that don't want to fly in the stock, so he becomes a nuisance to me. But
yeah, I don't know if Mike like understood the question. I don't think most people think pigeons are a nuisance because they won't like fly into their coop correctly when you want them to like go to bed. Yeah, New Yorkers, man, they hate those pigeons. You know, every time they see one, they're like, why won't this pigeon just follow me back to my house and obey my orders like I want it to, dude?
I can't believe it.
Oh my god. Holy shit! That's the Mike Tyson I know, man. Come here, little birdie, sweet little bird. Come here, fucker! He just got done talking about, like, not showing hostility towards the birds, too.
Of course you're gonna have some kind of hostility towards them if you have no kind of understanding.
Yeah, you gotta have understanding, you know, you gotta be loving and caring. Come here! Caught it right out of the air!
I can't believe it.
I also kind of feel like the birds might not share the same amount of affection that Mike has for them, dude. When he walked over, before he even started reaching for them, all the birds were like, nope, fuck this, nope, he's back, he's back! That's why he had to grab so quickly, dude. He grabbed that bird so hard, I was half expecting him to grab it, and then when he like opens his hand, it's just sand comes out. Oh, damn it, I grabbed too hard. Here's one of the best interviews I could find about Mike Tyson talking about pigeons, and it actually kind of ties into how he became a boxer in the first place. The video is called Mike Tyson, A Pigeon Caused My First Fight.
I had all these birds one day that, that just suddenly popped up in this living room of mine, so.
Yeah, so he starts the story with like the least relatable thing ever, and I'm immediately lost. So I was just chilling around one day and a bunch of birds popped up in my living room, you know. Yeah, no, dude, we know. We get it.
I told some friends of mine from another neighborhood, and they brought some other guys from the neighborhood to steal the birds. One guy put a bird in and ran out, so I ran after him. Please, give me my bird. Please, please, can I have my bird? Oh, you want your bird? First smack me. You want this? And the bird ripped the bird head off, hit me with the bird, threw blood on me.
So, the story is someone stole one of his birds, and then he ripped its head off and threw it back at Mike? Did Mike Tyson fight Ozzy Osbourne? Was that his first fight? Again, I feel like I'm in an alternate dimension where like birds are currency. You walk down a dark alley at night and you see old women getting their pigeons stolen by burglars and ski masks.
How many do you have?
I don't know, I may have 100 in there.
It's 100 what you have altogether, or do you have more?
No, I have a few thousand in New York City.
Okay, that's what I thought.
At first, I thought that was a joke. Him saying, I've got a couple thousand in New York City. I thought he was just being like, well, every bird in New York is mine. I thought that was the joke. No, he actually does have thousands of birds in New York. Because every time in an interview, when someone asks him how many birds he has, it's like a drastically different number, but it's always at least 1,000. Mike Tyson has a shit ton of birds. And if you watch a little bit more of this interview, you might find out why the number is so drastically different every time he brings it up.
Part of my life is just like a guy that owns horses and watches his horses, or have cows, or dogs. It's just a part of your life. If you don't have them, like it's a bad season, the disease come by, wipe you all out, you wait a while, then you get more.
Yeah, dude, it's just like raising a dog or a cat, you know? Sometimes you have a bad season and a plague rolls through and just kills all of your animals. I guess I don't know anything about pigeons. So I guess I don't know if that's normal or not, but thousands of them at a time will die, and then he's just like, oh, time to get new ones. Yeah, I love these things so much, man, and I have a personal bond with each one of them, and then like once a year, all of them die, thousands of them, and then I just, buy new ones, and it means nothing to me.
Even though Peter's always kicking my butt.
That's weird. I can't imagine why that would be.
I love animals. Maybe I don't always know the best routine on how to fix them when they're sick or anything, but
sounds like you don't have any routine to fix them while they're sick. Sounds like they all die.
Like if you look at my refrigerator, you may see a whole conglomerate and dynamic of just animal medicine. It's very important. They're very temperamental.
They're very temperamental, man. You have to be very careful with them, otherwise they will all die. Cut to the shot of him snatching that pigeon out of the air with all of his might.
They'll fall to pieces any moment.
Aren't these the birds that survive in like the dirtiest cities in the world? I think it might be you, man. I hate to say it, I think you might be killing these birds.
And people might not understand this, but this is, you can take them 600 miles away, right? And they'll still come back to your coop?
The record is just for 600 legally, what a bird is usually able to fly in one day. Anything more than that, I guess they're gonna consider it animal cruelty.
I guess they consider it animal cruelty, dude. I don't get it. They seem fine to me. And I'm a pretty good judge of these things. I know when pigeons are scared. Come here!
How about the pigeon you've had that has lived the longest?
I think I had a 14-year-old bird before.
Okay, 14 years old. That sounds pretty good. I think that's like how long birds live anyway. Let me Google it. How long do pigeons live? Okay, rock dove lives for 6 years. Oh wait, adults may live up to 15 years, with birds in captivity reaching over 30 years. Although a more realistic lifespan in feral population is around 4 years. Okay, so that was like a bunch of different answers, but sounds like that's a pretty respectable age, as long as you ignore the part where they can live up to 30 years.
There's one bird in there that I'm attached to, and this is really crazy. It's a solid white bird, and I really don't like solid white birds that much.
I want you to keep that soundbite in your head real quick. He says, I don't like solid white birds.
And I really don't like solid white birds that much. They draw too much attention for birds of prey.
They draw too much attention from birds of prey, okay? He's on record. He doesn't like solid white birds. Now let's watch this clip of Mike Tyson on the Carson Daily Show receiving a gift of a new pigeon. Because Carson, I guess, heard that Mike loves pigeons.
I hope this
this is okay, but I wanted to get you a pigeon because I know it's near and dear to your heart, and so there's a gift for you.
Hey, man.
Oh no, dude, it's a white pigeon. Uh-oh. Well, I'm sure Mike will just, you know, be polite about it and just be like, thank you anyway, and he'll just, you know, put it somewhere and let it live out its life, and it'll be fine.
Yo, listen.
Immediately scares the shit out of the bird. Mike, I don't think you're as good at reading pigeons as you think. Or maybe he just hates white birds that much, where he's just like, oh, hey, fucker, hey.
Oh, God, man. How do you open the cage, man?
Open the cage, man. I want to kill this bird. I hate this bird, man. How do I get in this thing?
What do you think? It's a pretty, is it pretty?
No, it's the piece cost me, but I'm gonna discuss it and tell you why. I'm gonna
Is it really?
So when I give him to my hawk, I got a hawk that.
Yeah. Okay, so no, he's gonna get home and he's gonna feed the pigeon to his hawk.
So when I give him to my hawk, I got a hawk that.
Yeah.
What was that thing he said about like forming bonds and loving them, having special relationships with each bird? Mike's like, oh yeah, I probably should have told you. The only thing that I like more than pigeons is hawks. I have about 10,000 hawks, and they gotta eat, baby.
Can we open this cage? Anybody here?
Can we please open this cage? I want to kill this thing. All right, guys. Well, I hope you learned a little something in this video about the wild and wacky world of pigeon racing and Mike Tyson, because again, it is the world that you live in. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of Danny Gonzalez. You guys know I love shitty low-budget movies, and especially animated ones, because I feel like animation is so ridiculously hard to do well. It requires so many people to do well, and so many talented people to do it well, that when you try to half-ass it, it will always come out just awful. Such was the case when we reviewed that B-movie ripoff Plan B, which was terrifying. But it turns out that the world of animated movie ripoffs is bigger than I thought, and a lot of people have requested that I cover more of them, which brings us to today's movie,
Rat-a-toying.
If you couldn't tell by the title, Rat-a-toying is a ripoff of the movie Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a very good, critically acclaimed movie made by Disney in 2007. Rat-a-toying is a very bad movie, probably made by one dude in his basement, also in 2007.
The marvelous city, land of sun and heat, with one of the most beautiful urban skylines in the world. This is a prosperous city. That's where our story takes place, in the heart of this city, in a very famous and sophisticated restaurant.
The beginning narration is kind of weird. It might be, I think that this might have been translated from Spanish, so maybe something was lost in translation, but I feel like they're trying to hide something with this narration. Like, they don't say what city it is, and they're not saying the name of the restaurant. Everything's very vague. The marvelous city, land of heat. It's hot in the city, and sun, because they see the sun. They can see the sun from this city. I don't know why they don't just say the name of the city. It's clearly Rio, as you can tell by the giant Jesus statue, unless this is a different city with a giant Jesus statue on a mountain.
It seems that everyone, even from distant places, wants to come to this restaurant just to taste the famous recipes served there at Rat-a-toying.
So the restaurant is called Rat-a-toying. So the movie's called Rat-a-toying. But why is the restaurant called Rat-a-toying, you may be wondering?
Chef Marcel Toying prepares the most delicious and exotic dishes, always using special secret ingredients.
Yeah, so the main character's name is Marcel Toying, and he's a rat. So he named his restaurant Rat-a-toying? That would be like if Papa John's, instead of being called Papa John's, was called like Human John's. Come on down to Human John's Pizza. We serve human food. For humans. We swear it's meant for humans. So in this introductory scene, it spends like a really long time establishing how much everyone likes the restaurant. It shows all these different couples and families at their tables talking about how much they like the food. There's this old couple talking to the waitress about how good the food is.
Oh, I must say that smells delicious.
Did you have any doubts, sir?
There's no doubt about that here. Their food is always guaranteed to be delicious.
It's so nice of you to say so. I'll tell Marcel he loves compliments.
I hope you will tell him. By the way, I would consider it an honor to meet the great Chef Marcel. Won't you please ask him to stop by?
Of course, I certainly will. Now relax and just enjoy your dinner.
I love how she tells them to relax, like they're getting way too worked up about the food. Look, dude, it's great that you're enjoying the food, but seriously, you need to calm the fuck down, all right? It's just food.
It's divine, don't you agree, Oscar?
Yes, Maria Liche, just divine.
Indeed, this restaurant is very good, Maria Liche. You are absolutely right.
Okay, we can't get too far into this movie without talking about how the characters look, because it's horrifying. All of the male rats are the same model, just like different colors with different facial hair or like a hat to differentiate them. And all of the female rats are exactly the same, but with just different hair and okay, why are the female rats like so curvy? Like, were they trying to make them sexy? Like, some of them have boobs. This one has boobs, and she's got real human curves. She's thick. The rat's thick. I guess some Disney movies also do that. Like the rabbit in Zootopia is low-key kind of thick. But at least when they give the animals boobs in Disney movies, they put clothes on them. At least they make them modest, sexy bunnies. This rat's got boobs and a big butt, and is naked as all heck. Also, I know that this is a little bit nitpicky, but female rats have 12 nipples. 6 on each side. They just kind of go down like that. So what the fuck happened to the rest of her boobs? And I do understand that all of the rats are walking on 2 feet in this movie, so the fact that she has 2 boobs instead of 12 is kind of small in comparison to the fact that all of these rats are walking on 2 feet, but it's just anatomically incorrect. Like, if you're gonna give her boobs, give her the right amount of boobs, you know?
Hello. Well.
Oh God, that walk. Oh no, why does that rat have such a sexy walk? It's a rat. You don't need to give the rat a sexy saunter when she walks into the room. She does not need to walk into the room with that sexual energy. It's also this combination between, like, they shouldn't have animated the rat to look so sexy, but also they did a really bad job of it. Like, look at how her hands move. Hello, just a sexy rat coming to check on the food. How's it going in here? Okay, anyways, back to the plot. Business is going great at Ratatouille. It's the most popular restaurant in town. They always have the best ingredients. Everyone in the restaurant is constantly raving about the food, and tonight is no exception. In fact, it's one of the busiest nights they've had in a long time. It's going so great, in fact, that little Marcel, the chef, looks a little bit overworked.
It's turning out to be some night tonight, huh, Marcel?
Yeah, you're right. So far tonight, I've been asked to make 12 olive creams and soda.
So, is it ready?
Well, almost. Tell me, has the party at table 4 decided their order?
Yes, he ordered tonight's special, the larva pie.
Carol, why didn't you tell me sooner? You know perfectly well that dish requires a lot more time to prepare than other dishes.
You've got to take it easy.
Calm down, Marcel. What the hell? She walks into the room and he's like, hey, has table 4 decided what they want to order yet? And she's like, yeah, they want the larva pie. And he's just like, Carol! What the fuck? Why didn't you tell me sooner? What the fuck, Carol? Carol! Like, dude, what are you talking about? She told you the order as soon as she got it. That's why she came into the room. What, did you want her to tell you the order before he ordered it? Needless to say, it seems like the stress of single-handedly cooking for this entire restaurant is really getting to Marcel. Maybe they should hire some other chefs. I mean, it is kind of impressive that seemingly the biggest restaurant in this entire marvelous city only has 1 cook. And throughout the movie, you start to realize that every time it shows him cooking, all he's doing is just stirring this big cauldron of brown liquid. It's pretty amazing that he's able to make this variety of dishes that are revered throughout the city just by stirring this pot of brown liquid. Oh, you want ice cream? You want some ice cream? Yeah, I'll just throw some ice and some cream into the liquid. Stir it up. There you go. It's a sundae.
You know that the party at table 4 has changed his order again? Now he wants
Let me guess. He wants the spicy, fatty, and crisp spaghetti.
Precisely.
That guy always ends up ordering the same thing.
I'm glad you know the ordering habits of your clientele.
Stop trying to make rats sexy. Rats are not supposed to be sexy. Please.
I hope you all enjoy your wonderful dinner.
Oh, that was creepy. Ooh, now she's giving off like robot vibes. She's just like, I hope you all enjoy your wonderful dinner, and then just glides off to the next table. I don't know what's worse, a robot rat or a sexy rat. Vote now. Eventually, everyone starts asking if they can meet the chef.
I must say, I agree that this food and the service are both wonderful.
Thank you, sir. And may I say we're very glad you feel that way.
I hope it's not inconvenient, but I would really love to speak to the chef.
Everyone starts asking the waiter, like, can we talk to the chef? We want to ask him about the food. How does he make the food? Which is, I feel like a weird thing to do in itself. I've never been to a restaurant and had food so good that's like, I have to meet the chef. I need to talk to him and let him know how much he means to me. But I guess the rats are used to eating trash. Like they've eaten trash all their life and then this is good food. So maybe I would be a little bit skeptical too. Like, where'd you get this good food? I'm a rat, I'm used to eating trash. But then they all end up getting like super worked up about it in a really creepy way. Like they all really want to talk to the chef and they're being super insistent on it.
I'll go into the kitchen and see if he might be available to come out and meet you, sir.
Oh, we're not in any hurry. I don't mind waiting as long as necessary.
No, we don't mind waiting.
Look, bitch, I don't think you get it. All right? That chef back there changed my life. And I'll wait here as long as it takes until I get to talk to that beautiful man you got back there. I just want to talk. Anyway, finally Marcel comes out to answer all their questions, and they're all asking him, like, what does he do to make such great food? What's the secret ingredient? And this is what he says.
Please tell me, young man, what is the secret of the great flavor in every one of the dishes you prepare?
All right, I'll tell you.
Oh, now's our chance. Now is our chance. He's actually going to say it.
Quick, grab your notebook and write down every single word.
The actual secret ingredient that can be found in all of the food prepared here is lots of...
Come on, out with it.
Lots and lots and lots of...
With lots of?
With lots and lots and lots of...
This guy is just driving me crazy.
The dishes are prepared with the secret ingredient of a lot of dedication and care.
What? Dog, no one answers questions like that. I'm not mad at him for saying the dedication and care thing. I'm mad at him for the build-up. Why did he keep pausing in the middle? Why did he build it up for so long? That'd be like if your son was in the hospital and you're waiting in the waiting room and the doctor finally comes out and you're like, oh, finally, how's he doing? Is he all right? Well, actually, it turns out he's got lots of, oh no, lots and lots and lots of, God, no, okay, just tell me, I can take it, just tell me. A whole lot of just oodles and oodles. Come on, man, you just gotta tell me, all right? Just so much, so much. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe how much. What is this? What are you doing? I don't understand. It's just so much. Holy shit, just tell me. He has so much life left to live. And so many supportive family members. He's gonna be fine. What the fuck? Okay, so finally, after that long-ass introductory scene, the restaurant closes, everybody goes home, except for Marcel, Carol, and Greg. Because tonight is Thursday night. And they do something special on Thursday nights.
Greg, have you forgotten that it's Thursday night?
Oh, I forgot we do something special on Thursday night.
Also, we find out that the reason some of these rats want to know the secret ingredient so bad is because they actually own a rival restaurant. And apparently their restaurant has been failing miserably, so they've been eating at Ratatouille every day for weeks to try to figure out what his secret ingredient is.
You know, I thought he was going to reveal the secret.
You mean our little secret was almost revealed?
Listen, guys, I think we should just forget about trying to uncover the secret of Ratatouille's food.
I just feel like they're wasting a lot of time eating at Marcel's restaurant when they could be, I don't know, running their own restaurant. So like maybe that's why it's failing, guys. Because instead of serving food during dinner time to your patrons, you're at a different restaurant, spending money there.
Our only hope of returning to our success is to get rid of Chef Marcel Toing.
Meanwhile, back at the restaurant, it's time for Marcel, Carol, and Greg to get suited up for their special Thursday night activity.
Come on, Greg, it's time.
So we cut to this really awkward suiting up sequence that includes way too much grunting and moaning. Like, how much do y'all grunt and moan when you're just putting on clothes? You don't need to grunt and moan when you're doing that. Yeah. Like, I just don't get, is it like that strenuous? Or pleasurable to put on your clothes like that? I don't understand. So they put on their little outfits, they run around and pose and run around some more and pose some more and run around. I don't know what the running around is all about. Like, what are they scrambling to do? They're already dressed. What are they doing? Are they on crack? But then finally, they're ready to go. Ready to go do what, you ask? Well, it turns out that the way that they get their fresh food is actually by stealing it from a human restaurant, instead of finding food in the trash like apparently every other rat restaurant in that town does.
Wow, you won't believe it! What a bonanza! Guess what I found down there?
What is it?
Strawberries! Big, beautiful red ones that smell incredibly fresh and delicious!
Wow, that's fantastic!
Get down there, Marcel, hurry!
Calm down, Greg.
So you're telling me that rats can't grow food, they can't figure that out, they just have to go dumpster diving for food, but they do produce spy equipment for rats. Rats can manufacture all of this secret agent shit, but they can't grow a zucchini. So apparently they do this every Thursday where they go to the human restaurant to try to get some fresh food, but this time there's a bit of a fiasco because while Marcel is hanging from the fan, Greg, who is a colossal dumbass for the entire movie, accidentally turns on the fan.
What have you done, you clumsy idiot?
Huh? It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
So Marcel is like swinging around at 100 miles per hour in rat speed, just screaming and hanging on for dear life, and Greg is just kind of standing there like, damn, I wish there was some way I could help, but unfortunately, I am just a rat.
Hold on, Marcel, I'll grab you!
Turn this crazy thing on!
Greg, how did you turn that thing on?
I think I pushed the switch!
What switch?
You push the button behind you!
Did you say pull?
No! Not pull the button! Push the button!
Are you saying button?
Yes, button! I mean switch!
Did you say button or switch?
After a bunch of the most frustrating dialogue I've ever heard, they managed to get him down, but because of the whole fiasco, they didn't really have time to grab anything except for one strawberry. That's the only ingredient that they have for the entire week to make food with, is one strawberry.
Well, guys, what really matters is that we were able to bring back an excellent strawberry.
Precisely!
And though we had some trouble getting it, we'll be able to make a week's worth of excellent dishes with this little beauty.
But then when they get back to the restaurant, Marcel is like, well, that should be enough for the entire week. We can just use this strawberry for the week and make everything with this, and then next week we'll get something else. But like, how though? Like, sure, they're mice and the strawberry is big compared to them, but like not that big. Not big enough to feed every customer in their restaurant for an entire week. And you certainly won't be able to make a variety of dishes. I don't know how many different ways you can prepare one strawberry, especially when we all know you're just gonna throw it in that big cauldron and stir it. Okay, here's where things get hairy, because while they were dealing with that whole fan thing, one of the rats from the rival restaurant came into their restaurant sneaking around because she left her notebook there. But then she finds their secret entrance to the human restaurant, and she goes through and she sees them stealing food from the human restaurant. So what I thought was gonna happen next is she would go back to her rat friends and she'd be like, hey, I found a place we can get fresh food because Marcel gets it from there, so we can also get it from there, and then we can also have a successful restaurant and rats will be able to eat fresh food from our place too. But instead she goes back and tells them, and they're all like, all right, so we have to sabotage Marcel and make sure he can't get fresh food anymore.
What if Marcel suddenly found he wasn't able to get his fresh ingredients anymore? What would happen then?
That way nobody can have fresh food, and we all have to eat garbage. So in order to sabotage this for Marcel, they decide that they're going to try to make the restaurant think they have a rat problem so that they put traps everywhere so Marcel can't get fresh food there anymore. So the group of bad guy rats go to the human restaurant during the day when people are eating there, and they put on this little rat show.
1, 2, 3, now!
And this scene is just a clusterfuck. I don't know how else to describe it. The rats are putting on this weird show where they're dancing and jumping around, but they're also moaning and groaning really weirdly, just like in that other scene. And also some of them, they're making spooky ghost noises, like they're little ghost rats. Like they're not just trying to convince people that there's a rat problem, but there's also a ghost problem. A ghost rat problem. The scene is so weird, they keep reusing the same shots over and over, like especially this one, which I really don't like. This shot looks like I awoke in the middle of the night and found that I was being haunted by 4 demon rats. 4 low poly, poorly animated moaning demon rats. This has truly got to be one of the worst scenes ever conceived in cinematic history. So they must have realized while they were making this scene, like, holy shit, wait, we can just reuse the same shots over and over and make the movie so much longer and avoid all that extra work of having to animate more shit. Because in the very next scene, Marcel and his friends are getting suited up again, and it's like the exact same sequence as before. They're running around and posing and running around and posing.
We'll need to take quick and effective measures. I want this taken care of immediately.
So after this whole rat show that they put on, the restaurant decides, oh shit, we have a rat problem. We need to put up traps, which is what they do. So when Marcel and Greg and Carol go back, there's traps everywhere.
There's so much fresh food here tonight, but look at how it's all spread out.
Oh, don't trust anything, Marcel. They might be traps.
Wait, what do you mean there might be traps? You were just looking directly at the traps. Everyone saw them. Do you mean to tell me that the rats know that there are traps that humans use, they exist, and they put fresh food on the traps to catch the rats, but they don't know what traps look like? Like they have no idea what they could possibly be? How would they know all of these things about traps and not know what traps are? She can see the traps clear as day, but she's just like, be careful, guys. There's a slim chance that those things with food on them that we've never seen before are traps. But probably not.
Be careful, Marcel. I have a bad feeling about tonight.
What do you mean, Carol? Don't say things like that.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Carol. What's that supposed to mean? This is gonna be the best night of our lives. There's cheese everywhere, idiot. Oh, yikes.
Hey, Marcel, are you okay?
The food is attached to a trap.
Oh, I guess he's fine. Damn. I was kind of worried for a second the movie was just gonna end there, like Marcel was just gonna get, you know, this is gonna get his neck snapped, and that was gonna be the end of the movie.
The food is attached to a trap.
I knew there'd be trouble. We never saw traps here before.
Wait, I don't get it. Did she know they were traps? Because now she's pretending like she did. She's like, I knew there would be trouble. We've never seen traps here before. And now today, when we did see the traps, which we did, right? We all saw the traps. Today, when we saw the traps, something bad happened with the traps. Why didn't you tell him, Carol? Why did you just make it seem like there might be traps if you knew?
Oh yeah, there's a lot different here. I'm gonna go check things out carefully.
Yeah, good idea. We should check things out a little more carefully. Yep, those look like traps to me. Yep, those two. I think I get the picture now. There's lots of traps. Oh my god, we get it. There's traps.
Well, what do we have here?
Oh, that's great. We've never had any chocolate before.
Well, we certainly do now. I'm getting it. I got it. I think we have company.
What do you mean?
Can't talk now.
No! What? The cat walks on two legs too? This shit's gonna give me nightmares.
Here, kitty, kitty!
What are you doing, Marcel? Why are you calling the cat? You're nuts!
Calm down, my friend. I have everything under control. Hey, Carol, Greg, check out the middle of the table. Look at all that delicious cheese just waiting to be taken. Hurry up! Make your way over here and get as much as you can!
Oh, really? But what about the cat?
There's no sign of him! I've checked everywhere!
Look behind you!
So it's a wizard cat. Anyway, we're getting close to the ending. Basically, the gist of what happens, I don't really understand it fully, but the bad guys show up and they're like holding Greg and Carol hostage. Then suddenly Marcel comes back on top of the cat like they're best friends now, because he fed the cat one treat that he cooked. And the cat gets rid of the rats, takes him to his owner, and the rest of the rats get away scot-free.
And soon the ratatouille was full again. Almost everything seemed to be back to normal.
I heard those rats of ours were sent to an out-of-town laboratory.
That's a pretty brutal punishment for those rats. All they ever wanted was to have a successful restaurant, and the punishment is they're getting sent away to be experimented on in a lab for the rest of time? Jesus, that's kind of dark. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of the movie. Everything goes back to normal after that. The cat is now their friend. He comes to the restaurant sometimes to eat, and he helps them get food from the human restaurant so they can keep getting fresh food. So in the end, nothing really changed. There's been no character development. The only thing that's happened is the bad guys are now being tortured in a lab somewhere. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this movie with me. I know I did. But now it's time to talk about our sponsor. This video is sponsored by the Raycon E50 wireless earbuds, the only earbuds on the market that are currently in my ears. The Raycon E50s are the perfect earbud for any activity, whether it be just chillin' watching your favorite movie or working out, because they're stylish, they're discreet, and the best part, they don't have those pesky wires hanging off of them like other headphones. If you currently work out with regular headphones that have wires coming off of them and you've never tried switching them out for wireless ones like these, holy moly does it make a world of difference. I seriously never realized how cumbersome the wire was until I started using wireless earbuds. These earbuds are made by Raycon, which is a company founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg are raving about them. That's right, they're at a rave. They're at a rave with them. Or they just like them. I think that's what that means, is that they just like them. The Raycon E50s are about half the price of any other premium wireless earbud on the market. They're comfortable, they sound great, and if you go to buyraycon.com/Danny Gonzalez, you can get 20% off your purchase. Or just click that link in the description, baby. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Raycon, because when you guys check out our sponsors, it directly helps this channel, it helps me keep making videos, so thank you for checking out our sponsors. Okay, bye-bye. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We're the fastest growing army on the entire internet. Please do not look that up, it is true. If you want to come see me on tour this fall, there's a link to that in the description. It's wearetwodifferentpeopletour.com. It's gonna be a blast, so get your tickets soon because some of the venues have sold out. Alright, thank you Cute Kitty 3000 for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I try to do a backflip and accidentally do 300 backflips. Bye.
This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. No. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this? Do you not have it?
Merch restock! All of the new stuff that I released in the last video has been restocked. A lot of it sold out really fast last time, so thank you guys for all the support. Also, due to popular demand, we took the Lightning Greg design and put it on a t-shirt, so you can get it on a t-shirt now. So if you want to grab that or anything else, head on over to DannyGonzalez.store. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Dinky Gunky, the internet's most notorious ripoff of Danny Gonzalez. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things in the world, poorly animated movie ripoffs. This is going to be a review and a commentary on The Little Panda Fighter, which, if you can't tell by the title and the cover, is a ripoff of Kung Fu Panda. It was produced by the same masterminds that made Ratatouille and What's Up, which I have also reviewed. This movie came out a year after Ratatouille, and it is like 10 years worse than Ratatouille. The animation is horrifying. It's really not fun to look at. Just to give you a little frame of reference, Ratatouille has a 1.5 star rating on IMDb, and this movie has a 1.3 star rating on IMDb. So, you already know this shit's about to be worse. Okay, we open on somewhat of a barren landscape on what appears to be a teeny tiny little planet, because you can see the curve of the Earth from like 20 feet off the ground. And on this barren wasteland sits one small little bar, the Bear Bar Box, which is where most of the movie takes place. And you know, since it's an animated ripoff, they have to start the movie by assaulting your eyes with some of the worst animation you've ever seen. It's almost like, for some reason, they intentionally picked two of the hardest things to animate, like pursing your lips and whistling, and also like shaking your hips and grooving. I guess they wanted to show you right off the bat, hey, this isn't gonna be a good movie. Whatever poor mom bought this for their kid thinking it was Kung Fu Panda, they wanted to let her know right away, this is not what you thought it was gonna be, and you are in for a weird night.
Stop the daydreaming, Pancata. That floor ain't gonna mop itself, you know.
So this is Pancata. He's the main character of the movie. He is the Little Panda Fighter, but he's not a fighter yet. Oh, no. He works at this bar, the Bear Bar Box, where, as the name implies, bears come to watch other big buff bears box and be bros, binge booze, bang babes, I don't know. His boss is this polar bear, Polaris, who is absolutely ripped. Or I guess just his chest is. He just has really defined chest muscles. The rest of him is just kind of like an amorphous white blob, but he's got like banging pecs. And pretty much everything you need to know about Pancata is summed up in this 13-second clip at the beginning of the movie.
Fight night, big deal. Who cares about some dumb old fight night?
So you pretty much get Pancata now, right? You pretty much know all about him, his struggles, his dreams. Okay, good, because that's all the exposition you're gonna get. So Pancata's conflict in this movie is basically that like everyone around him only cares about boxing. He works at this bar where bears box, so obviously they care about boxing, but he wants to be a dancer. I don't know why he's wearing a blonde wig in his like dream sequence, because as the movie progresses and we actually see him dance, he's never wearing that. I still don't know where that comes from. I don't know what the blonde wig signifies to him, but he wants to dance. The poor bear just wants to dance.
You better watch yourself, Pancata. If the boss catches you goofing off again, you'll be daydreaming on the unemployment line.
As it stands right now, the Bear Bar Box has a big problem. Every couple days they have a boxing match, but the same bear has been winning these boxing matches for like 2 years. He's like the reigning champion, so he fights in every single fight until he loses, but he just has never lost. So the restaurant's been losing a lot of business because people are just tired of watching the same guy win over and over.
I don't believe it. He's killing me, this guy. He wins every time. That's why no one comes to the fights no more. It's a joke. Freak Teddy is putting me out of business, I tell you.
Yeah, sure. Just like when you were fighting Polaris. No one could beat you either. You were champ for 3 years until you retired.
Why does that bear have snot dripping out of his nose? Dude, that's so gross. What the hell? This bear has snot coming out of his nose in every scene. It's not just this scene. This is like the defining characteristic of this bear. I don't know why either. Is that like a thing? Is that like a bear thing? I don't think so. Do bears have notoriously runny noses? It's like, did they run out of distinguishing characteristics for bears? Like they made a panda bear and a polar bear and a girl bear and they were like, shit, that's all the types of bears I know. How are we gonna distinguish all the rest of the characters? We have like 7 more characters we have to make in this movie. And we only know 2 types of bears. And then another gender to go along with it?
Can I get you anything, Mr. Grizzlepuss? A Kleenex, perhaps?
No thanks there, honey bun. I gotta settle up my bets here.
No, take the Kleenex, please. No thanks, honey bun. I'm cool with snot just dripping out of my nose in every scene that I'm in. It's not gross to me because I can't even see it.
Mr. Polaris isn't exactly in the best of moods right now, and I was hoping I could ask to leave early. After all, it is pretty slow in here right now.
Leave early? Why would you need to? It's not like you ever have a date. Who'd go out with you?
Oh my god, mean bear. Mean girl bear. He didn't even say he was going on a date. She just made that up and then made fun of him for it. Man, it'd be really nice to get work off tonight. Why, because you have a date? No, I just have been working really hard lately. It'd be nice to have the day off. Hold up. So you're telling me someone wants to go on a date with you? No. Oh, this is rich. Oh, could you invite me? I'm gonna want to see this. I mean, you are kind of right. Nobody does want to go on a date with me. That's why I'm not going on a date. Also, what's going on with her hair? She's got like ghost hair. She's got like 2 sets of hair on top of each other, and one is like frozen solid and doesn't move, and then one is like really flowy and transparent. It's the ghost of her old hair. She got a haircut and it's still haunting her.
Pardon me, Mr. Polaris.
Yeah, Pancata, come on in.
Why is this taking so long?
Sure, Thunders might have been popular when he started out, but we're talking 2 years. The public is fickle, kid. Who wants to go to a boxing match when the same goopy guy keeps winning?
Whoa, the same goopy guy? This goopy guy? Okay, so this is like the problem that they're trying to solve the entire movie. They're like, people aren't coming to the restaurant anymore because the same bear keeps winning. He's fighting every time and he knocks the other person out in like a few seconds. So it's not interesting ever. What I don't understand is why does that bear have to fight? They never explain that. Sure, he's the reigning champion. Why can't they just change it so that like not the reigning champion fights every time? Why can't they just be like, okay, this guy's won too many times, so maybe let's find some new bears to box. But instead it seems like they've just like spent the past 2 years doing nothing, just letting this bear beat the shit out of every bear that steps in the ring with him. Jeez, maybe this bear should spend less time doing only pec exercises and more time learning how to run a business.
Well then, why don't you jump in the ring and challenge him, Mr. Polaris?
No can do. When I inherited this club, I retired from the ring.
Aw, gee, what a crying shame.
Ugh. Why do they keep doing that? They've done that twice now where like the panda does like a shy little caress of the table, but since he's got like panda claws, they had to add in like a nail on a chalkboard sound to it.
Aw, gee, what a crying shame.
Oh, gee, what a shame, Mr. Polaris. Oh, golly. Oh, man. Hey, I was wondering, could a shy little bear like me get the night off? I got shit to do. Ah, stop! This movie is full of really poorly paced scenes that do a really bad job of conveying what's supposed to be going on in them. Like this one, for example, where Pancata shows up to his dance lesson. I'm gonna play this scene in its entirety unedited so that you can get a sense for how weird it is.
Right away, Master Jin. I swear I won't be late again, I promise.
Yeah, so... What? So Pancata shows up to his dance lesson, his instructor tells him to go get changed. Pancata enters the dance studio from a dark abyss and says, his sensei says, and starts the music. Pancata starts stomping and giggling, his sensei says, and then hard cut to them sitting across from each other and Pancata's moaning. You get what's going on here. Dude, what is this dark void that he's coming from? Did they just forget to add a room back there? It's impossibly dark in there. Also, the door opening sound effect that they use sounds exactly like the sound when someone would log out in AOL Instant Messenger. Does anybody remember that sound? Pancata is logging out, dude. Pancata has logged out of the abyss.
There's this girl. We work together down at the club, see?
Oh no, Pancata, don't tell me you're in love with the mean bear girl.
But she doesn't even know I exist.
No, she does, dude. She just thinks you're a loser.
To that girl, I'm just a loser.
Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go.
I see. To make a woman notice you, you must show her you value loyalty.
Dude, why was Pancata reacting like that? That was really distracting. He was like responding to the dance instructor while he was still talking.
You must show her you value loyalty.
The next day, Polaris comes up with a plan to get business back to the restaurant. You see, for some reason, Polaris isn't allowed to box. I guess he used to be a boxer, but when he bought the bar, he had to sign some contract that said that he will never step in the ring. So he can't get in the ring and beat up the guy that has been winning, even though he says that he could.
Sure, I could knock that overgrown furball out in 2 rounds flat.
So his big idea is to put on a costume and then get in the ring and beat the shit out of the bear.
Yeah, I present to you the Great Bear of Mystery.
Yeah, his costume is just like a leather jumpsuit. There's like nothing that is covering up his identity at all. It's just from the neck down, so everyone can see his face clear as day. I mean, I guess it is kind of covering up his signature pec muscle, so maybe people won't be able to recognize him.
Here, kid, give these a good washing. I want them nice and fresh for the fight. I'll stay here and plot the imminent demise of old Thunderbutt himself. That jerk.
Dude, that's so weird. Why is it like that? Yeah, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna kick his ass. Fuck him. Oh no, dude. Did they made thick bears? They made the girl bear thick? No, not sexy bears! She's got a thick waist, she's got boobs, dude. I think she might even be thicker than Carol from Ratatouille. Why did they... It's also even funnier to me that, like, they didn't even try to make the panda bear look like humanoid at all. They made him just look like a rotund panda bear. He's just like a big round bear. He looks nothing like a person. But then for the only girl bear in the movie, they were like, this is what she has to look like. She gotta look like this, otherwise no one will know she's supposed to be a girl bear. Have you ever seen a bear that looks like this in your whole life? She's got like dainty little arms with her big paws and like a really slim waist and those thick hips. That is not a bear, dude. I don't know. Everybody else in this movie is a bear except this girl.
I have to handle some personal business right now, privately, so I gotta go. Nothing personal. Sorry about that, and I'll see you later. Okay? Bye.
I swear that bear gets more strange every day.
Yeah, okay, dude. You're the bear with boobs. So, I never seen one of those before. He's like a regular looking panda bear. What are you? So Pancata is supposed to be washing Polaris's costume, but he gets distracted by the rhythm of the washing machine, which there is none, by the way. The sound effect that they use like doesn't have any rhythm to it, and then it just sort of like transitions into a completely different song with like that sounds totally different than the sound the washer was making. But anyway, he gets swept away by the music and he starts dancing and he forgets all about Polaris's costume. I feel like they accidentally made this movie about the two most difficult things to animate, dancing and fighting. In a way, I kind of have to give them props. It was truly ambitious of the 4 animators that worked on this movie to try to take on such a project. But I do regret to inform you that it did not work out.
One more sucker who thinks he's got what it takes to beat Freak Teddy.
Dude, holy cow, what? Am I gonna have to blur out this bear's butt? Look at this thing. They literally sculpted individual butt cheeks on this bear. Come on, man. This is what you did for a whole year? This is how you spent the year between Ratatouille and this? Sculpting a bear's ass? Is that really the best use of your time? This bear has actual cheeks, dude. I don't know what to do. Okay, Google, what is YouTube's policy about animated bear cheeks? Google, show me this bear's butt. All right, you know what? I was okay with the bears in this movie being naked up until they put that much detail into the physique. Sexy bears, I can deal with that. Even naked ones, that's fine. But in a restaurant where they're serving food, you mean to tell me this bear has an actual butt crack? Just skating around the restaurant with her butt crack out? They crossed the line. There's a line right between her two butt cheeks, and they crossed it.
One more sucker who thinks he's got what it takes to beat Freak Teddy.
Okay, so this part is kind of confusing, but they basically totally spoil a later kind of twist in the movie. So the news that there's a new challenger fighting Freak Teddy makes the paper, and there's a picture of Polaris in the newspaper, and he's in his costume. And like I mentioned in the last scene, Pancata gets too busy dancing to remember to take Polaris's stuff out of the wash. And when the fight actually comes and Polaris steps in the ring, like the second he takes off his robe, the suit shrinks. And once it shrinks, he kind of looks like a panda, because now he's like black and white stripes, so everybody thinks that he's Pancata. That's like the big funny twist in the movie, which we'll talk about later when we get to that part. But that hasn't happened yet. As of right now, Pancata hasn't even taken the suit out of the wash yet. He hasn't even remembered it yet, let alone given it to Polaris, let alone it shrinking when he gets into the ring. But I guess that the animators just like forgot what order this movie happens in. Somehow I know the plot of this movie better than the people who made it. Because in the picture of Polaris in the newspaper, which happens before the fight, Polaris looks like he's, one, already fighting, and two, the costume is shrunk. This movie is so weird. There are so many quality issues.
Now the nice lady likes you because she thinks you're a big champion boxer.
There's also like a ton of really weird audio mistakes in this movie.
Lucky he's wearing a mask. That way no one will know who he is when he inevitably bites the stud.
Like, how does that even happen? What buttons do you press in the editing program on accident to make that happen? When he inevitably bites the stud. You know, when he bites the stud. Whoops. It's just like, how did this movie get approved by anyone? Alright, dude, this is your big moment. The director's finally watching the finished movie. Months of hard work animating have brought you here. I just hope he likes it. So far, so good.
One more sucker who thinks he's got what it takes to beat Freak Teddy.
Oh shit! Polaris is wearing the shrunken costume! He's not supposed to be wearing that yet? The director's gonna have my head for this one. Wait, it looks like he didn't notice. Wow, that was really lucky. I just hope that doesn't happen again.
That way no one will know who he is when he inevitably bites the stud.
An audio mistake? Oh no, dude, that's it. I'm definitely done for now. Wait, he's just sitting there. And that's the end of the movie. Holy shit, I can't believe I got away with it. Well, sir, what did you think? It was great. I loved it. Oh, sick, that's awesome. So it's ready to release then? Yep. Nice work. Wow, thank you, sir. You know, I've been waiting a really long time to hear you say that, actually, so... Are you snoring? Wait, what? Wait, was he asleep the whole time? But he walked in here. Alright, dude, let's watch this movie. How long has he been asleep for? This resume looks great, buddy. You're hired. Wow, thank you so much for this opportunity, sir. I'm gonna make you proud, I promise. This doesn't make any sense. He's been to my house. This pasta is delicious. He was at my wedding. This cake is delicious. And it all meant nothing. That movie was delicious. Well, I gotta get going. I've got another meeting starting in 5 minutes. Great job again. Thanks, sir. Where am I? Why do I feel so well rested? Oh, I had an awful nightmare. I was a director. You are a director. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, that's probably how it happened.
A real man would have the courage to show his face, even if he was a big loser.
I have a feeling he's not as big a loser as you think.
You act like you know the guy.
Well, no. I just think he deserves a fair shake, right?
Oh, well, no, I don't know. I'm just a shy little bear. What do I know? Ah! Please stop! Okay, now it's time for the fight where the costume actually shrinks. So Pancata has gotten the clothes out of the washer now. He's given it to Polaris. Polaris steps in the ring, and it shrinks right away.
Oh! I don't believe it! Could it be? It looks like Pancata!
Dude, they're like 3 feet away from the boxing ring. Like, it's like right there. How can they not... The movie makes no sense. I mean, I think we can all agree, right? They work at the same bar as Pancata. They all work together. They work with Polaris also. How would they not be able to tell that it's him from 3 feet away? They've probably known each other for years. These bears, man, they're kind of dumb, low-key. Dude, can this bear go to the hospital or something? This drippy nose bear? Go to the doctor, dude. Everything about you is wrong, man. Why is he standing like that? I hate this bear. While the fight is going on, Pancata is actually having a pretty big night of his own. He's not at the boxing event because he's got a big dance audition tonight. The movie never really explains what this dance audition is for. From context clues, it just kind of seems like he's trying to get onto some like dance squad or something. So while everybody else is watching the big fight, he's out there killing it on the dance floor, dude. He's rolling around like he's possessed. He's contorting his body. The way his body bends, it kind of looks like he's made out of an inflatable pool toy. And he ends the whole routine by diving over the judges and going into yet another abyss. I don't know why so many doors in this movie lead to just black voids of nothingness, but I hope he's okay. Also pretty chilling that the judges don't react at all when Pancata dives over them. I mean, he's either doing like the sickest end of a dance routine ever, or he's like plummeting to his doom. Either way, they should like react somehow, or at least like watch him go over their head, but instead they're just like... And when the night is over, unfortunately, Pancata doesn't make the cut. He doesn't make it onto the dance squad, but Polaris does win the fight. And since everybody thinks that it was Pancata on stage for some reason, he becomes a bit of a local celebrity.
Amazing, Pancata! Totally sensational! Who'd have thought a sweet guy like you had it in ya?
Which is obviously confusing to him because he doesn't know anything about the fight that happened last night. He thinks that people are talking about his dance routine. Oh, dude, what? Dude, what is that face? Hey kids, it's me, a sexy little bear. You better believe we're showing off these sexy bear hips in this kid's movie made for kids. Also, why is her face so in shadow? She's outside. So of course, now that everybody thinks that Pancata is the superstar, the girl is in love with him.
I ought to be mad at you for not telling me how talented you are. Everybody's talking about it. You are just incredible, Pancata.
I'm just Pancata, right? The same old me, you know?
Don't be modest, you silly bear.
Oh. Harsh. Yeah, well, that's just how I am. Don't be modest, bitch!
You're everything to me.
So after Pancata soaks in all the fame, he sort of feels guilty about deceiving everyone. Plus, Polaris realizes that he can't keep this ruse up forever and pretend to be Pancata on stage. So they decide that Pancata is going to have to fight in the next fight himself, which results in quite possibly the world's worst montage sequence.
This is gonna be a really long day.
Some of the shots in this montage are just like horrific, dude. The faces he's making, the way his body like melts and oozes when he bends. They also, of course, keep reusing some of the same shots over and over. They love to do that. And on top of it all, there's just so much moaning. There's like way too much moaning. Dude, what is going on in this scene? What? I just saw this. I never noticed this before. What is he doing? You know how you train for a fight? Alright guys, well anyway, now it's fight time. It's time for the big fight. Pancata's training is over, now it's time to put it to the test. As the fight's about to begin, Snotty Bear is telling the girl bear how good for business Pancata has been. He says that tickets are just like flying off the shelves.
Honey, I knew the turnout would be good for this fight, but you should see how many bets I took.
And then right after that, we get a nice sweeping shot of the arena where we see that the animators again forgot what was going on in the movie and just didn't add anybody in the bar, which is awesome. And now it's time to fight.
There goes my other eye! Time out!
Oh, what if he just died right now? He's getting beat up for like a minute straight. What if the movie just ends with Pancata dying? And they're like, well, we tried our best. I guess we're never getting rid of this guy.
Folks, looks like Pancata's been knocked out cold by Freak Teddy.
So yeah, he loses. This movie's called Little Panda Fighter, and it's about a big fat panda who doesn't want to be a fighter and also never becomes a fighter. So you probably think that the bar's just gonna go back to shit after this because they're basically in the same spot that they left off at. But apparently, while everyone was betting on Pancata to win, Polaris actually bet against him because he knew that he wouldn't be able to beat him.
I knew there was no way a tubby little panda could beat a monster like that.
And he wins a shit ton of money.
You're
rich!
Which he uses to retire to the North Pole or something. And he gives the bar to Pankata. So the movie ends with Pankata running the bar, and then he turns it from a fighting bar into a dance show place where you can come to just watch him dance.
Yeah, you're yanking my fur again, ain't ya?
Wow, that's awesome. Great last shot of the movie. That's sick. So yeah, that's the end of the movie. Pankata gets his own dancing venue where he can dance as much as he wants. And all he had to do was help his boss lie so he could win a shit ton of money. And that's the end of the movie. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, thanks for the support on the merch. A lot of it sold out like way faster than any merch that I've ever made, so thank you guys. Make sure you pick some up if you didn't get it last time at DannyGonzalez.store. Thank you for all the support. Oh, also, I keep forgetting to mention this on my channel, but I've been streaming on Twitch. You don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you probably did not know that, but I've been streaming every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to come watch me, I'm usually playing Minecraft. I am very bad at Minecraft, so the chat is usually teaching me how to play Minecraft. Oh fuck, okay. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. If you wanna come hang out and watch, it's been really fun so far. So thank you for everyone who's been watching those and for your support on that also. You guys are seriously kinda lit. If you like this video and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my army here on YouTube, and we are actually the fastest growing army on YouTube. Don't look that up, you can just take my word for it. I'm a trustworthy guy. Would I ever lie to you? Come on, man. All right, well, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this?